Okay. Let's see. Hello, everybody. G Ray, is that what your name is supposed to be? Tyler. Trombucks. 2 streams in 1 day. I mean, I said I was gonna do it. I haven't made a post, so I know I was gonna do it well. To be fair, I edited it. Chris Workshop. Hello, everybody. Alright. To some of you, welcome back. Let's grab a couple of these. There is this, but I don't care. I'm not gonna get the token for that anyway, because I'd have to spend more than the credits that I currently have. What is it? This. This is the thing that I need. I spend some credits, and then finish the daily objectives, and then just earn XP from battles, which should be easy. So just plan a couple battles, and that's it. That's it. In terms of the spending the credits, I did the math, and I should be able to get you to level 7, ready to rank up. And that works for that. That'll get me there. So that's 2 more tokens right there. I'm not going to be spending the acorns, I'm just going to be playing the battles to get the XP. Oh, here's some blueprints, because that's easy. Just open 1 silver crate, and that'll give me that. And that'll give me that, and that'll give me that. And then I just need to play a couple battles. And then, yeah, just get the XP for that. Get two of those daily tasks done. And then we chillin', and we get the last 7 tokens, and currently have 12 right here. So yeah, let's go. You excited to get it? I mean, kind of, but at the same time, I actually don't think it's gonna do that good. Kingston, what do you mean? Why are you being so rude? Hmm? Or you just think you sound smart when you say that? You need to know you're in tier 8, Storm 16, Disruptor... don't do Disruptor 16. Oh, barely got him. Let's go. You are dead, I think. I'm gonna mark him. It didn't transfer, but that's okay. I really need to get out of that. He's up there. That's annoying. It's like you just don't. One of the bots is gonna come up that ramp and catch me off guard. Just a matter of time. Screw kill shot, man. Nice. Oh, I'm dead. Wait. I'm dead. Yeah, wait. I'm not dead. How am I not dead? Okay. Nice. Yeah, the reason he dropped his shield late, he didn't drop it for a while. The bots, the shield bots, they're not gonna activate their ability until they start taking damage. But they'll only activate it if they see who's dealing damage to them. So because I was just hiding behind a wall and using the homing aspect, he didn't actually have line of sight, he couldn't actually see me. And because of that, he didn't activate his ability. And that is the thing that you can take advantage of. 1677 to 2025, what do you mean? That's crazy, bro. Is Continuum a sniper? I mean, it's supposed to be, but it's not really. Like, in practice, no, not really. I'm dead, wait, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. Bro, when I'm... Well, I guess I had that happen like once or twice on the other stream as well. I feel like it happens way more on this account, though. Because I get more players, to be fair. Use one mech for the whole match is insane. It's not even that difficult, to be honest. Not much more. Only like a couple battles. I hate all the pop-ups every time you open the game. Yeah, that's fair. That's pretty annoying. Up dead. What's up dead? Got him. Should I... I'm gonna start with this. Pod Orion makes enemies cry. It also makes them explode. Is streaming this game a good way to increase watch hours? I mean, only if people are watching. I know there's a lot. I've seen a lot of. Well, I actually watched them, but I've seen a lot of Mech Arena streams where like they only have like one viewer or something like that. You're not gonna get very many watch hours from that. Theoretically, it could be. Oh, pff, yeah, the rocket just like flies off. Sure thing, pal. Yeah, I definitely wanted to shoot at a 90-degree angle off to the right. That's definitely what I was trying to do. No. Stop. And he killed me. But not by a lot. I can kill him with whatever I spawn next, honestly. Which is this. Well, 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 what do we have here? Well, I took a lot of damage for no reason. He died, though, the Nomad. Ouch. Please, no. I took so much damage, bro. Sure. Bye-bye. Bro, he had nothing but a hardened hull on that. Like, why not put a shield on? The shield is so much better. Yeah, Sean, you gotta go. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, yeah, no, I'm dead. Really? I'm so close to death. I'm surprised I'm not. However, he's a piece of crap. Yeah, I got him. Oh, wait. Oh, he had one pod on... Really? He got one pod on me and killed me with it? Oh, it's because it's rank 3. That makes sense. I didn't realize. I thought he... I just assumed he had double 8s, honestly. Because that's what... Okay, bye. Sure thing, pal. Wow, long missiles. If he dies, it might transfer now. It's too far away, I think. Oh, dang it. Wait, can I? Nah, that doesn't matter. What should you equip Lancer with? Anything that doesn't require, like, a lot of exposure time. You don't want something that you, like... Cause Lancer's not tanky, right? You were back with some snacks. Let's go. Oh, this guy kind of carried me. Fair enough. So that's that done. This, I don't need much more. How much did I get from that? I don't even know. Wait, was it? Wait, hold on. Let me check. I was at 1342. Yeah, that's what I thought. Disruptor Lance would be good. Potentially. Probably worse than Stormrack, though, because anybody with mods is... I mean, Disruptor's not going to do super well against that. Quick reload time, though. So that's nice. I'm going to start with those effort and try to go up. Long Armade is nice early on. I agree, but at this stage of the game, I couldn't... I think that was actually my internet. I don't think it was the game crashing. Although it could have been. Which is not good. I don't want my internet to go out right now. Oh my goodness. He has Gemini 16. Okay. Alright then. Of all the things this man could have had, a freaking Gemini 16 Sentinel is not what I was expecting. He's gonna turn the corner, he's gonna get absolutely blown to bits, yeah. That's what happens when you're a piece of crap. He's also... I can probably outkill this Gemini fool. I just need to kind of get in position here. He's dead. Blackbird. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. See, the thing about you is that you're a piece of crap and I'm not. Which is, I mean, it's definitely something to consider, right? It's definitely something that needs to be considered. Stop that. I'm actually surprised I killed that guy. I will take it, though. How many kills is he at? 11 kills. I am not even remotely surprised, actually. My dude is, he just stands there with a freaking Sentinel Gemini, and he just absolutely ruins people. It's hard not to. And he one-shots me. Of course he does. How the frick, bro? I have to full send this dude. I know we're gonna lose that, but I honestly, I think we have to full send this guy. I don't know what to do against this dude. You're not gonna kill me with that. Oh wait, really? Does he get me with the AoE? Or no? Okay, I guess he just actually did. Bro, that's stupid. That's pathetic. That's bullshit. I call bullshit. In fact, he was probably tanking because he's a piece of crap and I'm not. About a third of the way to getting Surge, still gonna take a while. Good luck with that. Yeah, 30,000. Bro, I called it. I called it. How did I... Did I call it or did I call it? I absolutely called it. He's tanking, of course. Because he absolutely knew what he was doing. I could tell. Yeah, his little absolute... Look at this guy. Look at this guy. 6-digit ID. He has spent his entire gaming career doing nothing but tanking. Trying to make sure he gets the easiest battles possible, brother. Look at you. Definitely won by skill and skill alone, though. That's for sure. You know, the other battles maybe not so much, but this time it was skill. Don't you worry about it. I got like 40... Yeah, I think it was 43. Wait, no, what was it? It was 1342, so I got like 22 XP from that. I did lose, to be fair. Do you get watch hours when people rewatch your stream? Yeah, Yeah. Should be from everything. Should be from everything. Let's start this. Oh. Where is he? Fine. Most of my bots are going to the right. I don't want to... I would prefer to go to the right. I don't like going to the left. The left is a lot more open. Also, my other teammate didn't feel like spawning in. That's great. I mean, I don't need teammates, really. Right? Who needs them? Golden Fang, this guy. Okay. Got you, buddy. I got you, buddy. Got you, brother. Okay. DN22. What kind of name is that, bro? Oh, I'm so dead. Did I mark that Aegis, though? I might have. Oh, yeah, you don't want it. Whoopsie. Really? EM rifle. And I might be dead here, too. Yep. That's a strange Aegis, my guy. Yeah, no. I mean, having no teammates had nothing to do with it, obviously. Teammates are for the weak. And I live on the weekends. Aha! Aha! I'm so dead, bro. But, wow. I'm surprised I didn't die. There's no chance. There's no chance. There's no chance. I'm so dead. Or my bot. Maybe the one bot's doing good. The others are not. But the one bot's doing good. Can I just get like 3 more of that bot? That'd be great. Bye bye. Oh, really? Really? Okay. Did I or did I not hit him in the back? I really feel like I did. I mean, clearly I didn't actually, but I feel like I should have. Okay. Yeah, just around that way. Bruh. This is the most stupid matches I've ever had in my life, bro. You beat that Blackbird person? Well, yeah, of course. That's why he tanked even further. Because he realized that he still sucks at the game. Even after tanking. It's okay. I think like 1 win and we might finish it up. I don't know how much we get from a win. Does anybody know? What apps do I use? It's not a there's literally just use anything. It has nothing to do with the apps that you use. It has everything to do with what you do with the apps. Like, basically all of the apps are kind of the same. They have most of the same features. Anything crazy that, like, certain apps have, I don't use. So it's not like my videos are getting... It's not like any of my videos get good views only because of the thumbnail, and the thumbnail's only good because the specific app that I use. Like, that's not really the case. I wish the devs had a penalty for leaving a match. With the amount of times the game crashes, though, I kind of wouldn't want that. Like, in theory, yes, but in practice, I think that wouldn't work very well. That'd be something that just makes everybody mad. It'd probably make me mad, too, because I like to leave bot matches so I can play against players. Oh, okay, yeah, no, his Lancer is not very high rank. Oh, my bots have Gemini? Or no, it's the player, I was gonna say, it's GG if the bots have Gemini. I mean, it might be GG for this player as well, but... Let's see. Hello? Where are you? Oh, hi. Hello. Okay. Does he have 2 8s? He should be dead to that. Ow! What did I just take damage from? Excuse me. Sorry, MD guy. Why do I feel like he's on a team with somebody who's way stronger than him? Why do I feel like this guy shouldn't be in this match? Well, he's just a player number whatever. So he's just playing with his friend. Except his friend is like 8 times his squad power, probably. I feel bad for this guy. I should stop killing him. This Gemini guy, he just stands in the back. What in the world is that? Fireworks going on? Like, I don't understand. Okay, well I did die, but it's whatever. Yeah, dude, he just like stands in the back, fires Gemini constantly. There's nothing you can do about it. Poor friend, he's getting owned. I know, dude. Like, I feel so bad when people invite like their super low SP friends. Like, it's not gonna end well. It's not gonna end well, dude. Should you 6-star the minigun 10? I would recommend it, yes. You've seen the matchmaking put different strength players in a layered way. I mean, I'm sure it has happened before, but I feel like a lot of times it's just people inviting their friends. Yeah, because like, look at this guy. 11, almost 1200 inventory power. His inventory power is like it's like a quarter of what my squad power is, so it's like it's not even close to fair. Should be like 1 more battle basically though. If I win. If I lose, then it's probably 2. You missed 3 tokens? That's so unfortunate. Cause that's probably just GG for you, huh? Like, if you miss any tokens, there's basically no chance that you get it. That's pretty much what happened to me last time this happened. I think it was Vox pilot crate. I missed somehow. I don't even remember. I don't even remember missing it. But I guess like somehow I ended up not logging in on one day, and I ended up missing a really short event that would have given me like 3 tokens or something like that. So I ended up just barely missing it, and it was one of the few things that I had left in the crate after opening all of them. Very unfortunate, but that is what happens. Ow! Stop. I might kill him with that. Ouch! I'm dead. But he's also dead. That's good. The Salver can be a oh, nice Paragon skin, buddy. Where do you get that from, like, the Mechs Are Here event, right? But, anyway, yeah, like, the drop rates are so low, you're not gonna get it unless you get all the tokens realistically. I mean, like, it's possible theoretically, but more than likely it's not gonna happen. I don't want to be in the middle anymore. I don't want to be in the middle anymore. Uh-oh. I'm gonna fire at you. This little soulless creeper. Rems? What is that even? I don't know. Oh god, that's scary. He's dead, he just got helixed to death. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, we win, let's go. Wasn't even paying attention to the influence. They did not do well on beacons. You're tempted to buy the 3 tokens? Honestly, like, if you're just 3 tokens short, go ahead. It's like, what, $3? It shouldn't be expensive. Bro, what? I am 8 influence short. Are you kidding me? Oh, because I didn't come in first on that team. That's crazy. Okay, fine. The last of my battle points, anyway. It's annoying that Geminis can crush you on the other side of the map. Yeah, like, Gemini is one of those weapons that it's like, it's so unbelievably strong in, like, lower squad powers. But then, as soon as, like, super late game, it is still strong, but only really against bots. Against players, it's not going to do a whole lot. Because any perimeter multi-layer shield will be able to tank like 4 or 5 magazines of that. But it is kind of a ridiculous weapon. I kind of like it the way that it is. It's super strong, but not like top meta. Nice. Ouch. Pew 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 pew. The shadows right here. Really? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to hit that shadow, am I? The rockets, you saw what happened with the rockets, like when I was trying to shoot at that shadow. I could shoot him with the regular shots, but the rockets aren't gonna hit, just straight up, it's not gonna hit him. Like, almost guaranteed. Oh, that time it did. Just to prove me wrong, of course. Oh, I got so lucky with that rocket. Okay, bye-bye. Nice, he died. Go for it. Go for it, fellas. Okay. It's fine. I could have put my dome up, but I didn't want to. I will wait, and I'll do it now. Because now he's not going to have any... Well, that's a little bit preemptive. Don't shoot at him, don't shoot at him, don't shoot at him. Okay, now I can shoot at him. He's gonna put his dome up now. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just cooked. Like this, whatever. There's so many enemies there. I could do that. I could do that. Uh-oh. That's a redux bot. Uh-oh. Guys. Okay. Nice, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Mellow boy. Get out of here with that. You piece of crap. What even is that? Guardian with quantum gun? Okay. He's so dead. Really? I didn't kill either of them. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Helix Shrek on an Aegis. Not the greatest idea you've ever had, Mr. Guy. It's fine. I'll just jump backwards. I'll just... Oh, no. Strike rockets. Yeah, when the bots use strike rocket, it's kind of GG. No. Get him off. 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 That's so annoying. That's so annoying, bro. Well, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine now. It's fine now. They could have. They almost kind of made a comeback there. Because my team's running out of bots, too. Well, hi. Stupid. How does that... I don't, like, how did I not even get the kill for that? That's ridiculous. Oh. Fusion Cannon Shadow, that's pretty OP. All of us here understand. That's pretty OP. Cool. We should be good now. You hope you face me and my free-to-play account. Okay. 19 tokens, 19 total thingy-manage thingies. Let's go. Budgeted clips, exactly. Can't you like get a certain amount of XP per day? 800 if you remember correctly. Yeah, probably. But I didn't need that much when I logged in. It was... I already had like 1200 and I only needed 1500. Miniguns last, yep. That's what I think too. And the A-Coins will be second to last. Yep, those are the only two things with the lower drop rate. It's still not even 0.1% for the minigun. It's like 1 in... It's like 1 in 1400 right now. One in 200? Nah. 0.07 should be about 1 in 1400. Somebody do the math. You didn't grind for tokens because you already have minigun 8, and at rank 5 is the same damage as rank 10 minigun. Rank 4 minigun 10, I think you mean. And you get 2 of them. Yeah, but the thing about minigun 10... The thing about minigun 10 is that once you get it to rank 6, you can then use these 2 on an Eclipse or something like that. On something really strong. I don't think you understand how long you're going to have rank 6 mechs for. Like, if your goal is to max out your mechs, it takes so long, dude. For as long as it takes you to get a rank 6 mech, it takes you, like, 4 times longer to get that mech maxed. 75 legendary blueprints. Panther with minigun is going to be good, yeah. But only once I duplicate it, which is going to take a long time. Minigun 8 and 10 would be good on Eclipse. That's true, that's true. I don't have minigun 8, but the other guy did. 0.13, so that's like close to 8, so 1 in 800, I think, right now. One more meta weapon in your hangar and free tier stars isn't bad. That's true, it is free tier stars. Wasn't really thinking about that. Lucky, lucky me. What are you angry about? You angry because you... I mean, look, I kept up with the events. If you didn't, that's not my problem. I know a lot of people who got the pilot, but when I ended up missing it the last time this happened, it was I think of the Vox pilot. I didn't end up getting it because I missed an event. It was sort of upsetting, but it's like I'm not gonna get mad at the people who got it. That's ridiculous. Yeah, well, like 1 in 3,300. Or not 3,300, like 330. It was Val. Oh, some pilot that started with a V. There's too many of them. Okay, look, yeah. Look, there's so many minigun 10s, but it's like, okay, if you think about it, though, they're not, there's no way. There's, like, what? You spin the wheel, let's say they do randomly assign, Voxville. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't remember which one it was. But if they randomly assigned some card based on the drop rate onto this wheel thing that you're spinning, there's no way that a not even 1% drop chance for the minigun 10 would show up like 5 times in a row like that. It wouldn't happen. So you know that they're messing with you. You know that they're messing with you. It's just their way of trying to be like, oh, you got close, you better buy more tokens. That's all they're trying to do, bro. I don't even have 1% on the minigun right now. 97.6% chance to get implant parts. And I don't think you guys realize, this is pretty much how every crate rush is. If you've seen how bad this is, I love it when these happen because it's a good kind of like wake-up call for all of these other ones. If you go to, like, this one, some people spun this because it was cheap, and they're like, oh, hey, maybe I'll get lucky. I got this from a playoff event, like, forever ago, but... So I can't actually tell you what the drop rate is, but it's basically the same thing as this. Statistically, you're never gonna get it unless you buy all the tokens. So just don't. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, yeah, 36% versus the A-coins. Still pretty bad chances. I mean, theoretically, I could get it instead of the... If I was 1 token short, I theoretically could get it. And I did. Yeah. But that's... 1 token. If you didn't get 1... I don't even know if it's possible to not get 1 token. Like, I actually don't think so. L gambling. Yeah, exactly. This is why, like, never gamble. Never gamble. You shouldn't be spending A-coins on a thing unless you can guarantee it. If you have all the A-coins to guarantee it, then it's not gambling, you're just buying it. You know exactly how much it costs, and you're spending that amount to get it. The crate animation is false advertisement, yeah, for... Yeah, no, it's just there to convince people. Because, I mean, how many people do you know of who have said, oh, I almost got the thing? Like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Statistically, you weren't even kind of close. If they assigned those things onto the wheel, you probably wouldn't even see the thing that you were looking for. If they assigned it based on actual drop chance, you wouldn't even see it. But they put it into the animation because they already know where it's going to land, and they purposely put it into the animation right around where you land to make you think that you were close, and it makes you want to buy tokens. It's absolutely what they do. You missed the tokens, yeah, fair enough. I ended up missing some last time, but this time I got it, and I'm glad that I got it this time. Let's look at it, though. Let's look at it, though. Minigun 10. I could upgrade it a couple times. I want to, but it's kind of pointless, because I'd only be able to upgrade it like twice, maybe 3 times at best. There's kind of no point in upgrading it unless I'm able to rank it up. And there's kind of no point in ranking it up unless or there's kind of no point in upgrading it to rank it up unless I had the A-coins to rank it up, which I kind of don't because I'm still saving for Panther. So, I mean, like, yeah, for now, I'm just going to leave it where it is. Am I going to duplicate it? Yeah, no. I mean, not right now, obviously. I need 10 blueprints to get it to rank 5, and then I need 19 to get it to rank 6. That's 29. That's quite a few. How did you miss the tokens? The tests are very easy. I feel like it's mostly just like you don't log on for one day, and then you end up missing it or something. Because that's what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me last time. I think I ended up not logging in on like 2 days or something. And then I missed a task. Or I missed an event. Getting 2 requires 2 ranks of mechs or weapons. It literally doesn't, because I didn't do it. I didn't spend anything. I didn't spend any acorns for these tokens. You probably just didn't do it right. You were gone on the scout day. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Playing with MD wasn't easy. Yeah, but I mean, as long as you spend, as long as you spend adequate time on it. If it was at least rank 5, I would definitely try to get the second copy. Yeah, fair. Even then, it would be pretty expensive, though. Should I open all of my crates, though? I feel like I probably should, huh? You guys think I should open all my crates to try to get minigun 10 blueprints? You were upset you played with Arachnos? Yeah, fair. I mean, all you really need is, like, pod gun on whatever. That's what I did for the attacker task. I just put pod gun on my guardian. It was easy, bro. How often do they do these? I have no idea. I don't think they really have a schedule. Yeah, I'll open them. I think it's probably a good idea. 5 acorns, sure. I will take that. 6 acorns, sure. I will take that. The average for a gold crate is 3, by the way. 8 acorns. Wow, I'm getting lucky. None. Okay, there we go. That's kind of what I thought. 3, that's fine. 6, okay. Well, I got very lucky there. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I don't think I got a single blueprint yet. 211. Still nothing. 200 crates, yeah, because I don't open them. And I'm glad I didn't open them. Actually, well, it wouldn't have mattered, to be fair, but yeah, this is why it's like, there's no point. If there's no reason to open it, then why? You'll stack more credits too, that's true. Do you know about Mech Arena World League? I do. I am aware that it exists. What about it? I should get, when I open 10, I should get on average like 4 acorns. So that's pretty good. Suppressor 10, bro, that's not useful at all. 9 acorns, that's pretty good. Graviton 10. I will need that later. Chain content technique. I mean, will I use that later? Maybe not, but whatever. Whatever. Minigun 8, come on. 2. We were so close. You saved 150 crates, nice. 6 acorns, I'll take that. Continuum 10, bruh. Although the 10 energy weapons, 8 acorns is nothing. Hellfire 10, bruh. 4 acorns, yeah, it's about average. 3, that's below average. Podgun 10. I suppose I might use that later. Not like super stoked about it. 4 acorns, whatever. 9. I will take it. You're not saving a single crate on your free-to-play. Do you think I should? I mean, if you let's say on the off chance that you win like a playoff or something for a weapon that you haven't unlocked yet, you could then open a bunch of crates and then you'd potentially get blueprints for that thing. I think there's no reason, there's not a whole lot of reason not to open your crates, but there's also not a whole lot of reason to open your crates. So it's kind of like, it's just whatever. For myself, most of the time it's just a matter of like, I don't open them for a while, and then after a while I have like several hundred, and I just can't be bothered to open them because it's too many. And it would take too long. I have not gotten a single one acorn. Not gotten a single minigun 10 blueprint, bro. Not a single one. garbage, dude. Minigun 8, 1 A-coin. You kidding me? Podgun 6. It's not even Podgun 8. 8 A-coins is fine. I feel like I've been getting kind of lucky with the A-coins, though. Which is good. I'll take that. Hellfire Stormrack 8. It's not even Stormrack 10, or even Stormrack 6 is the 8, which I'll probably never get. There's a Stormrack 10. I suppose I will take that. That's fine. Tetra Rifle. Brother. Man, these crates suck. That is garbage. That is garbage, dude. I don't think I got a single one. Let's see. No, I still have 3. That's ridiculous. I got so many of random other ones. You missed every minigun event. That's crazy. But, I mean, if you're gonna miss one, you may as well miss all of them. Rigged, honestly. Minigun 8 really wanted to be with you. I would take a Minigun 8 right now. I would love it. And then I could put my vibrates on something. I'd put them on Aegis. I'd take Minigun 8, but then just whatever. The reason to keep them is for when they're playoffs that need you to get credits or get blueprints or something. Yeah, but like you're not gonna win those unless you're super new. Any type of event where you could just spend money to get points, you're not even gonna place. Like, I think it's a little like I've mentioned that before, but it's kind of like it's kind of disingenuous to even pretend like there's a possibility of winning just by getting crates. Like, you're not gonna win just by opening crates, bro, unless you have a stupid amount. And or even, and I don't even mean win. I just mean place anywhere on here. You're not going to. If there's any task where just, you know, use A-coins, yeah, people are just gonna buy A-coins and then you do GG for you. You're not winning them, but you could use them too. But I mean, there's no harm in saving them. Yeah, there's no harm in it, but there's also there's like realistically, there's no harm in opening them immediately, really, either. There's theoretical benefits to saving them, but those benefits will like probably only occur like once in your lifetime, and not even to a degree that really matters. Worth making double copy of Minigun 10 and Podgun 10 and Revoker 10. Yeah, but I'd probably go with Revoker 10 first. Your Minigun 10 does a full 40k under your Minigun 8. That's crazy. Just don't use it until you're able to upgrade it a bit, then. There's no reason to use it otherwise. Alright. I will try it on Aegis. How many credits? I actually got like maybe 100,000 credits. And at least 100 A-coins. That's actually pretty good. For what? Much appreciated. Were you putting the mini? I'm gonna put it on Aegis, I think. Minigun 10 and maybe like a Thermal Lance 6 or something like that. Thermal Lance or Quantum... Well, I don't have Quantum Gun 6, do I? I have Quantum Gun 8, so no, it's gonna have to be... It's gonna have to be Thermal 6. But that's okay. Let's see. We can affect speed. I could rank this up a bit to make it apply it faster. But I don't think I care that much, and I would waste a lot of credits probably, so... Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I will put the Viper on you, I guess? I don't know, Viper Redeemer is kind of weird. Viper Redeemer is still a little bit weird. I like using cooldown on my Aegis. Wait, did I have a separate... No, it's just random other implants. Not useful ones. Do I want it like this, or... You know, maybe I should put the pod guns on Redeemer and the Viper on Orion. Because Viper Orion slaps hard. Between the two, my Redeemer has more HP, but like only marginally. It's really not a big difference. I'll try it anyway, because I think somebody has said that Viper Redeemer was good. I don't really believe them, but we'll try it for the sake of argument, I think. Thank God I can get rid of the dang cryo launcher, though. Those things are not doing very good. I don't know why. I feel like cryo launcher does better when I'm like, using my main account. I feel like it does better on my main account than it does on this one. You'd think it'd be the other way around. But no. Oh, right. I can't use the last level of the cooldown. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. This'll be OP. Let's try it, bro. Get Sentinel. I don't want to get Sentinel just yet. Although, maybe I could. It's not a bad thought. It's not a bad thought. I do kind of want to replace that. Having the minigun... I don't need to, like... I can't really upgrade the minigun until... I don't need the credits for the minigun upgrades until I have the blueprints, so it doesn't really matter. But I will also be getting Panther somewhat soon. So, replacing Redeemer with Sentinel just to then replace the Sentinel with Panther seems kind of like a waste, so I might hold off on that for a little while. It's not a bad thought, though. I probably will get Sentinel sometime soon. How many blueprints total from rank 4 to rank 6? 29. You need 10 for... Oh, nice. You need 10 for rank 4 and then 19 for rank 5. Let's go, boys. You thought Panther is ungettable? What do you mean, ungettable? By the recoil implant? Hell no, absolutely not. It's taken me way too long to get Panther as is. I'm not going to make it take even longer by buying recoil. Cool. Okay, bye. Do I think this is going to be better than... I don't really need to apply the... I just need to, like, apply it enough. You know, the weaken effect. I just need to, like, apply it consistently. I don't need to hold it down. Because it takes forever for this to reload. And I use a lot of my magazine just to apply it. I might be cooked here. Yep, But hey, 3 kills is not the worst. I would have gotten way more with Viper probably, but whatever. Could also just be the way that the match went. I'm not gonna necessarily fully blame it on the build. I mean, I think the minigun Aegis is gonna be worse than the Viper Aegis, almost for sure. Not because minigun's a worse weapon, but just because my minigun's rank 4 and I'm relying on a thermal freaking lance. Which, by the way, even if everything was working perfectly according to the build that I have, that's a minigun 10 with a 50% damage, with a 50% damage boost from the weaken effect, which is effectively only 15 energy worth of damage. So even if my minigun was the same rank as my Viper, it would probably still be doing worse because of that. Well, it'd be doing worse than otherwise needed to, but it might still be doing worse than the Viper. I almost got sniped, bro. He's got that. What are you shooting at, dude? You realize you can't reach him, right? I don't know if he realizes that. You gotta go now? Alright, Shatter. Bye-bye. Let's try... There's somebody sneaking up on the side. Yep. Mr. Luca. Mr. Look at me. Look at you dying. How about that? It's right here. What has he got, though? I wonder. I don't know. Oh, it's an Arachnos. Okay. Can I just grab this? Can I grab this? I'm gonna try to tank it. Yep. I just wanted it white. I have no idea. This isn't gonna go well, is it? Oh no, there's so many Arises. Ow! Pfft. Yeah, get away. That's such a weird build, bro. That's so strange. He doesn't even have the right pilot on it. What are my teammates doing? Okay. Nothing useful, that's for sure. That's fine. Didn't Puma replace Panther like Slingshot did? Oh, you mean like in terms of like how the uncommon? No, they didn't. Well, they took their place in terms of like they're now the uncommon variations of those mechs, right? But Panthers and Killshot are now epic mechs. You can still get them, they're just now like more valuable. And they work the same way that they used to. They were just way too strong for like the low tier mechs, I think, is the reason. Granted, your teammates weren't the greatest beacon capturers. This is true. That's true. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll run it again. It's the first time you've ever gotten anything from an event crate. That's crazy. It's not a bad thing to get, though. It's actually one of the better crate rushes, I think. Let's see. Cool job. Alright. I'm not gonna ask what job it was that was cool. I don't need that information. You guys go that way. I'll go to the middle. If you have Ember Gun 6, use it instead of Thermal Lance? Maybe, though the effect, like, the range on that's, like, really bad. Oh, hi. Yep, just apply it just a little bit. I don't know why he didn't use his ability. Did you use it on something else? He must have, but like on what, bro? He just got there. Just want to kill that. Exactly what happened? Okay, he hit me with enough pods, I guess. Oh, that's a nice pilot you got there. Poke. There's a guy behind me. Please no, bro. Never mind. He's a... I don't even know what he thought was gonna happen. Yeah, what? Don't be angry at me. You're the one that put yourself in that situation. So, no, that wasn't even close to my fault, bro. My God. Full sends it into the middle with, I think, a Helix Rack or Fuse Mortar freaking Nomad. And then he has the audacity to be angry at me for killing him, brother. I got you. Uh-oh. Am I gonna get freaking plasma cannon to death? I hope not. Watch out, he's got plasma cannons. This poor guy, why is he here? Player number whatever. He's definitely a new player. Is he playing with one of his friends, I guess? I would hope that's what's happening. Otherwise, the matchmaking just decided that they did not like him at all. I got him, but... You could use Chain Gun 6 with the Minigun 10? It's not a bad idea. I don't have that, though. I would if I had it. I think the most ideal is Viper 6. And then the second best would be Chain Gun 6. And I always say Viper over Chain Gun because, well, if you have a heavy duty pilot, then go with Chain Gun. But if you don't, which is I assume what most people probably don't, Viper is just a better weapon in general, so it does more damage. So I'd probably go with that. But I don't have either one of those. In fact, what 6 energy weapons do I even have? Why does it show me 2 8 energies? But then the 6s are in the light whatever, bro. No, it's fine. I mean, I don't know, it doesn't... That makes perfect sense. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd even use Quantum Gun 6. But, well, no, it'd probably take too long to apply the thing. I guess, to be fair. Alright, well, I will try the Ember Gun. Just to see. I mean, it is a solid 3 ranks higher. The only issue I have with this, though, is that now I probably want to use an Ember Gun range just to make it not absolutely suck. 15% more range on top of 30 is not a lot. That's not a lot. That's only like 4.5 extra meters. I don't know if that's worth it. I'll do it anyway. And then I'll put the cooldown on probably you, let's be honest. I could even put it on you. Cooldown on Zephyr's pretty good. But my Ryan's better, so probably not. 5-star thermal 6 applies it in 1.07 seconds. Yeah, I was looking at that, but it would take I don't think investing credits and A-coins into that weapon is necessarily the best move. It'll only make it like marginally better anyway. You're a piece of crap. Grow a garden. Well, maybe I just will. Thank you very much. I don't know. Okay. Some people have their craziest names, bro. Okay. He did seem to die faster, granted there was another guy there, but... I'm gonna wait for my ability to come back. Before running in there. Uh-oh. Hey! Oh no. Why did it have to be a guardian? Of all things. Please. He's gonna crash me again, actually. I don't. I can't stay here. I can't stay here. I can't stay here. He's gonna crash me again. No! Okay, well, whatever. Bruh, of all the things it could have been, right around the corner is a freaking guardian with whatever the hell. Oracle, I think. Stupid. Stupid guardian with its stupid oracle being stupid. Stupid. Wait. What it, oh, excuse me. Excuse you. Really? We're gonna go this route. We're gonna go this route. No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't kill him. I had to... The fuck? Okay, whatever. Can't make things easy, can you? The game just, like, completely removed my lock. I had the lock. It was fine, but... Whatever, bro. Oh, hold on. No, keep running, bro. That is such a bad idea. I don't know why you did that. Yeah, maybe you should go grow a garden, okay? Oh, don't be mad at me. Jump! Oh, I didn't realize there was an Aegis Dome there. That's my bad. I should say I didn't realize there was an enemy one. Specifically. And I'm dead, but that's... Oh, that was kind of to be expected. I don't really care. I mostly just want to... Come on. Can Guardian wipe Oracle effect? Yeah. Let's go. Oh. Really? We're gonna go this route, huh? Yeah, get out of here, stupid. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, now he's dead anyway. Hey, fellas. Poke. 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 Quick, somebody get him! He's a piece of crap, kill shot. Poke, poke. Really? I don't know about you, but I really feel like I should've... Yep, you're fine. Poke, poke. What are you running for? Why are you running? He's just like, nope. I'm going this way. I'm gonna go grow a garden. Pow. That player's completely out, I guess. I mean, it works for me, but... Yeah, I'll go this way. You guys can probably deal with that. It doesn't really matter at this point. We have too many beacons for them to possibly catch up. Like, even if he did go all the way to the back and grab that beacon, which he probably will, it's not gonna matter. You upgraded Thermalance 6 just for the sake of it. Yeah, fair enough. Like, I could do it, and it would probably be really cheap, but, like, it's taken me so long to get the Acorns for Panther just because I haven't really been playing a whole lot, and I haven't actually really been trying. So I kind of, like, I don't want to spend any Acorn. Like, I could even get the minigun recoil implant, which would be good, but, like, it's... At this point, I just want to get Panther, bro, and then I'll get other stuff after that. In fact, Panther's like the only thing that I even have left to get with Acorns that I actually care about. Second time I see in the stream some absolutely ridiculous routes that the bots are taking. No, they're just pulling a stealth chungus. They just gotta go all the way around. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Like, that Panther decided, like, oh, okay. Instead of being here, I want to go up there on that little ledge. And you know for damn fact that he was going to step right off that ledge as soon as he was up there. If I didn't, he would have stepped right down, dude. we both know it. We both know it. It's so stupid. Like, he spends all that time going all the way around just to get on that ledge just to then jump right back down. Like, okay, pal. Good job. Getting his cardio in, I guess. I don't know. Have you completed the clan event? I have not. I suppose I could invite some clan people. Oh, nice. Thank you, bot. That was very nice of you. It's good job, yeah. No, I like that. Is that a bot? Hold on. I feel like that's a player with a bot name. I don't know. Can't just be me. It cannot just be me who thinks that. Hey. Stop. Stop. Last samurai. Oh yeah, you'll be the last because you died to a freaking break 4 minigun 10, bro. Somebody kill him, somebody kill him, somebody kill him. No, never mind. So I'm gonna spawn my Zephyr there, but I wasn't fast enough. Indecisiveness. That's what causes problems sometimes. Does he have a parasite? My guy, you have javelin rackets. Just give up, okay? Give up, stop. Just stop. Please. 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 I really need you to, like, no, somebody kill him. Somebody kill him. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Bro, nothing makes me happier than when the enemies kill my stupid teammates who are using the worst builds known to man. I might be dead. Nope, I'm not. I'm alive. I'm fine. In fact, there's no problems whatsoever. I have an Oracle mark on me, which makes things a little bit difficult. He might be dead. Please don't. Take cover. Oh no. Please. Excuse me. Okay. That was fine, Savant. Yeah, probably would have killed me anyway. Can Guardian remove any debuff? Yes, it can. I'm not sure, but I may or may not have moved right into the enemy rifle shot. And I'm dead. That Silver is barely alive. He's gonna keep healing himself. Oh, no, never mind. Let's go. You know what? I'm okay. I'm okay pushing. I'm okay pushing. I still have Lancer. I still have Lancer, which is really, really good passive on this map. So I'm chilling. And I'm dead. How do folks feel about Revoker on a Zephyr? I mean, it's the best Zephyr build you can get. I don't know why you wouldn't put it on there. I mean, like, if you can, you could always put on something that's better, but... You know, if you're using a Zephyr, you should probably try to make a Revoker thing with it. Too late, you guys. Good job. Same, 70. It's funny when bots on Champions Forge fall in between the crack on side beacons and don't finish the cap. Yeah. I know. I think it's what I think that's what happens when they see somebody coming for them, and then like they start to that bot got top. That's unfortunate. Like they start to derp out when somebody starts coming for them. They see that as an escape route. I think they see that spot specifically as an escape route. So as soon as you start to come for them, they might stay there for a little bit, but they'll basically go straight for that hole as soon as you start firing at them. Which is really annoying sometimes when you're trying to actually like kill people. You got Minigun 10 2 days ago? Nice. Still gonna grind it out for the resources. Yeah, it's a good idea. The token compensation is, I think, 1,000 credits per token, so it's like kind of garbage. If you should just spin it anyway. Which one's Champions Forge? One of the newer maps, the one that's really white and marbly. They say Guardian's attacker mech, but it's a support mech. The in-game role is not really indicative of like the way that you actually use it. In fact, almost all of the attackers are not really attackers. They're just DPS mechs, which is not quite the same thing. Like, attacker implies that you're being aggressive with it, but you're not being aggressive with almost any of those. Should you get the recoil implant first or the reload one first? Definitely recoil first. Recoil is the best minigun implant. Alright. I'll invite you to, why not? Seems it's doing pretty good. I mean, it's not doing great, I'm not gonna lie, but it's better than having cryo launchers on one of my mechs, I think. It is better than that. I am a little bit tempted to put the minigun scuffed build on something other than my Aegis, though, because I really don't think I want my Aegis to be... I don't think I want to, like, tank the performance of my Aegis quite so much. You know? What implants do I have? I have damage and reload, but that's because those are the only ones that I currently have. Like, those are the only ones I own. I have the A-coins to buy the epic recoil, but I'm not going to. I want to save for Panther still. Hello. Nice Lacewing skin. And I'm being fully sarcastic, by the way. This Lacewing skin's terrible. Let's see. Who dares challenge me? Anybody? Nobody? Somebody? Oh, this guy. I'll bet you he drops down. Never mind. I was incorrect. Bye. Stupid. Uh-oh, what do we have here? A little piece of crap, that's what. Oh, he's gonna one-shot me with that. Nope. He almost did, though. Somebody get him, please. I don't have the range for that. Wait, I almost do. There we go. Yeah, what do you think about that? Minigun time. I need to reload pretty soon. Oh, nice. Could even kill him with that. Well, it's just a Panther, to be fair. That's a Surge. A repeater Surge. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Well, I mean, I know what we have here. It's a repeater Surge. But what do we have here besides a repeater Surge? We have a piece of crap. That's what it is. That's what he is. Look at him. He's trying his best to run away, but he can't because he's too stupid. I might be dead. No, I'm fine. Somebody get him, please. Hold on. Hold on. Can I? Oh, there's two of them back here. Hold on. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I'll come get you. I'ma come get you. I'ma get you. What are you gonna do? You freaking scorpius little critters. Hanging in the back. Serves you right. I am surprised that I have not died. This is the best that I've done with this so far. And I probably just jinxed myself. Yes, sir. Wait, no, he can't reach. Honestly, this man's Arachnos turret is probably gonna kill me. Yeah, no, I did jinx myself, kinda, but that's okay. I did kill... Oh! It's so awkward, there's literally two... It's so stupid. They spawn and then they're just like, wait a second. I can't hit you and you can't hit me. You don't know why, but you really want to upgrade your chain gun 10 and put them on Panther because it's a gamer weapon, bro. That's why. Yeah, you probably shouldn't, though. Like, honestly. Even the epic reload for minigun takes off 5 seconds off of 17. That is huge. It is huge, but the recoil is more important because recoil translates into damage, and what you're really looking for is just DPS. Because if you have a situation, okay, look, it is entirely a you problem. If you're capable of hiding somewhere and reloading for 12 seconds, but you're not capable of hiding and reloading somewhere for 17 seconds, like, you still have to find a place to hide for an absurd amount of time to wait for your weapons to reload. Obviously, quicker reload is better, but at the end of the day, like, honestly, I think just DPS is what you're looking for mostly. And recoil translates into the most DPS. That's the reason I say it. And then the damage implant, obviously, after that. The way you're running up close to people. Well, part of the reason I'm running up close to people is because I don't have recoil. What, Mech with minigun 10? I mean, you could do what I'm doing, use this. But, I mean, it's up to you. I would recommend experimenting with it and just try different stuff, see what you think. Just what do you, like, personally prefer, you know? Got a weird urge to rank up Lancer despite having Surge anti-clips. It's pretty cheap, in all fairness. I could invite all three of you. Recoil only means more DPS after 30 meters? Yes. But 30 meters, like, you know... most of the people I was firing at were above 30 meters, and I don't even have recoil. But that's just because, like, I'm a freaking tank. I'm not a scout, so it's not easy for me to get that close, even if I wanted to. And also, the best part about minigun is that it can deal really good damage outside of revoker range. Like, there are some theoretical cases where you could probably get rid of the recoil if you were exclusively trying to use it really, really close up. Like, if you're using it on Seeker for whatever reason. But, like, you know, it's... In general, if you're using it well, you really shouldn't be... You really should be worrying more about recoil than anything else. Bro, this guy is taking forever. Please no. I have to hide. I might be cooked here. Fellas. I might be screwed. I don't like where this is going. Wait. Shh. Don't say anything and they won't find you. Don't say anything, they won't find you. Yeah, let's go. Stupid. That's what you get. I am surprised I survived. But I will take it. One Arc Torrent? Bro, I actually want to use Arc Torrent. What's unfortunate about it is that it costs so many acorns. Like, if Arc Torrent 10 was a credit weapon, I would get it. Maybe not right now, but I would get it. At some point. I am dead. But that's okay. All of these are bots. I don't know why I thought some of them were players, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Have you tried Minigun 10 Orion in 2v2? No, I haven't even tried it on Orion in general. It's not a terrible thought. It might be half decent. I feel like it requires more exposure than Viper does, though. And it also requires you to get closer than Viper does. So that's just, like, really dangerous and not ideal for Orion. If I had all the, like, the good implants and stuff and I had it ranked up a couple times to get more maximum range, I probably could. The shield is nice with minigun. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, if you're using minigun outside of Eclipse, obviously, because it's Eclipse, like, I would say, like, really you just want some type of tank shield with mech. Best epic implants for chain gun are build up and damage. I would not spend A-coins on chain gun build up. If you have it, then go ahead and use it, but yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't bother. All bots versus all players, yeah. That classic Mech Arena. So are we guaranteed to win the minigun? If you completed all of the events, correct, yes. And you got all the tokens from all the events, yes. That's what I just did. In fact, I got every single thing. Spent no money, got no extra tokens. I got every single item for free. Do you think someday we'll get a mech that flies? Probably, yeah. I don't know what it would... I don't know. I'm kind of concerned about something like that, though. Because there's a pretty fair chance that they would give it stealth. And a flying stealth mech would, like, literally be almost unkillable. It would be so difficult to even hit it, let alone kill it. That would kind of suck to deal with. A flying mech just in general without the stealth, I think would be fine. Flying or hover. Okay, I think when people say flying, I think they mostly mean hovering. But at least that's what I mean. Yeah, hovering for sure. I mean, obviously you can't just, like... you wouldn't be able to just, like, you know, fly wherever you want and, like, get up to, like, the super, super crazy spots. I assume he means hovering. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get clanmates first, and then... Have I invited you? Deathwalker and Surge Hover, flying is different. Okay, well, I mean, technically flying is like... You could just go straight up if you wanted to, right? So it's not really the case. When I think of... when someone says flying mech, what I assume they mean is something that's just like... It kind of jumps up into the air, and then it just kind of stays there up in the air, and it can move around up in the air at that altitude. Right? I think that's what most people mean when they say it. That's what I think of when they say it. It's basically what they do in War Robots. Yeah, yeah. But the Sixclaw has like he has a fair point though. Like that's technically not flying, that's hovering. If you're staying at a fixed altitude, you're technically hovering there. That's not actually flying. That is what we think of when we think of flying. Please add you. Did I not invite you? Like, I invited you. Clearly I've had you added. So it's a fair distinction that he made, I think, is all I'm trying to say. Stormax on a flying mech would be crazy. Yeah, it would be probably a little too crazy. I'm sure there are people who pay for everything. Well, yeah, Op is some pay. I don't know how that's relevant, though. A mech that goes underground. That would be interesting. I can kind of picture how they might do that. Hi, stop. Yep. I was hoping somebody had an Aegis behind me, but no. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, look at this. Nice. A cryo launcher. It's OP, bro. It's OP. I'll let you go first. Uh-oh. Lay the hurt on him. That is unfortunate. yeah, both of us are cooked, bro. A flying mech to counter a laser swing. Yeah, but then what would counter the flying mech, bro? Here's the thing is, like, flying would actually not be that useful. Because it's essentially, like, jumping helps you get to certain places that have crazy cover. And a good vantage point. If you were flying, then you just, by definition, you don't have, like, you can't, like... I mean, you could use buildings as cover, but you have less cover while you're flying, right? So it would just be, in general, it'd be worse than a laser swing. And so what I figure they'd probably do, what's really unfortunate is that probably what they would do to counterbalance that would be to give it stealth, which would be the most broken thing ever. Because if they give it stealth, then you can't target it with any of the classic weapons that you'd use to target anything that's not, like, sitting on the ground. You can't use Stormwreck, you can't use Revoker. You could use, like, maybe Minigun or something. It would not work. It would be really difficult to deal with, though. There are good ways that they could make flying mechs, but I think there's equally, if not more, bad ways that they could do it. Like war robots, you could have a shield as you're flying. Yeah. I mean, they could do that. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, there's good ways that they could do it, but, like, do I trust them to do it that well? I don't know. Pods. If they're in stealth, pod gun's not really gonna help you. Again, this is what I'm saying. All it would take is for that one flying mech to have stealth, and all of a sudden the entire game's broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be so easy to make it so OP. Still surprised there isn't any Legendary Panther by now. That's kind of true, yeah. Considering how popular, like, Tengu and Stalker are, I'm surprised that they haven't made, like, legendary versions of them. Your first time joining the stream, welcome. You don't trust them either. Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. This is why I have a lot of random ideas, but it's like, I have to think about not necessarily the way that I want them to do it. I have to think about the ways that they could potentially do it wrong. And if it would be really easy for them to do it in a really bad way, then I usually just don't bother telling them about it. Because, like, honestly, it's not really worth the risk. They came out with so much stuff recently and named the last good meta thing they came out with. That's true, but I kind of like the fact that it's not meta, that most of the stuff isn't meta. I appreciate when they make stuff that's strong. I don't like the fact that most of the stuff that they make is really garbage. But let's be honest, we are better off this way, right? Like, in full honesty, we're better off having new mechs and weapons being crap rather than having new mechs and weapons being the new meta every couple months. It would suck. This stuff should counter the meta at least. Well, anything that counters the meta is itself meta. That's what makes it meta, is that it's able to counter the stuff that's just stupid. So. Spent hundreds of dollars to see the meta change fast. Till now, I like the game. I hope they don't mess up like War Robots. Ah, yeah. I had a hunch you were talking about War Robots, yeah. See, they have and they will change the game. Occasionally. You know, because they gotta introduce new stuff. They gotta keep stuff fresh. It's like, whatever. I kind of understand it. I don't like the way that they do everything, obviously, but you know, things change. The meta stuff that you have today will not be necessarily the meta stuff that you have 3 years from now. And that's understandable. But War Robots was too much for me too, man. I played that game for like 4 years. It just is too much, dude. Like, every single new thing was the new meta. It felt like... Well, it's not like always. I think the one thing that War Robots does better is that they also make stuff available for free-to-play players faster. And they make stuff more accessible, even though, like, it's worse. Like, obviously, the stuff that they're making accessible is bad. Because it's not meta anymore. They nerfed it to crap half the time, but... you know, at least it's accessible. And that is one thing I will give them. I'm tempted to reload. I don't know if I'll need to. Okay, no, he's taking a lot of damage. I'm fine. I will reload now, though. But yeah, over the course of like the 4 years, they usually introduce like some major thing every year or so. Probably right around now. I mean, they did mention they were going to be releasing something. Yeah, I probably did that. Yeah, I didn't see it. That's my bad. They did mention in the last devlog they were going to be releasing something. Something very interesting. And I would imagine it's some kind of new feature. That's what it's been in the past, is like, they added pilots, that was the feature that they added first, and then they did the grade update, which nobody liked, but it's whatever. That was the thing that made legendary stuff better than, like, you know, rare and common stuff. It used to just be, like, I mean, the best mech in the game used to be, like, uncommon. And Juggernaut used to be the best tank. So, like... yeah, I mean, like, yeah. That wasn't a whole lot of fun. But then after that, they added, about a year later, they added mods. And then I think this year they're going to be adding something else. I have no idea what it is, though. No idea what it is. Yeah, they make changes, it's good, but in Warbots they add 18 mechs a year. It's insane, to be honest. Yeah. And people say that there's a lot of stuff being added in Mech Arena. There is, don't get me wrong. Mostly weapons, but it's just because, like, for whatever reason, Mech Arena feels the need to release 5 different energy variants of every single weapon. It's like the actual number of legitimately unique weapons is pretty small. They should focus on bug fixes first. Yeah, no, that's for sure, Honestly, I kind of wish they would stop making 5 energy variants of every single weapon. I think it would be more interesting if I was more limited in terms of, like, which weapons could fill certain energy capacities. I think it would be more... there'd be different ways of balancing it that way, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. At least the lower, like, 6, 8, and 10s are good for free-to-play players, so it would kind of suck if those got rid of, I suppose. I'll just go back and forth. Blockhorn bugs are still there from when it was released, and if you're rapidly closing in on a year after release, yeah, no, that makes sense. The one with the damage boost implant I know exists is what was the other one? The one where, like, if you exist with a Blockhorn, it crashes people's game. Blockhorn was the first mech that they made that just, like, legitimately crashed people's game if it was in the match. Damage passing through the shield. I haven't had that, but then again, I haven't been playing a whole lot on my main account, so... I've had, like, some really sus, like, glitches, but that's just, like, I assume latency. Where it's, like, people dash into it, my shield, and then they just, like, teleport to the other side of the shield. The game's like, oh, no, they were actually here. It's like, sure, pal. Sure, pal. Hey, you know what? I'll back you up. I'll go ahead. Got you. Kill him. Watch out. He's fine. We could probably just kind of, like, chill around here. That guy's going there. He dies so quick. Should not have put my shield up earlier, but it's okay. Nobody died. All in one piece. For now, hey, look, pal. Didn't ask for your opinion. Okay. I'm barely alive. Damage implant is incomprehensible. It never worked at all, yeah. I didn't even know that for the longest time. I was just using it. I was just using it and assuming it worked. I mean, Blockhorn's kind of got a stupid amount of damage output, just with the 32 energy capacity plus 30% boost. I never noticed. He's sneaking up behind us. Watch out behind the... no, he's gone. He's fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. Everybody's fine. We absolutely harassing them in their spawn area right now, okay? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, bye. Was seen the YouTube short on a Bastion flying. I've seen everything flying. I don't know. I feel like at this point I've seen at least... I've seen every mech flying at least one time. Oh, really? If I marked him just like a half second sooner. It would be fun if they made Aegis shield invincible like a Panther. That's what it used to be. I don't know if you knew that. What they used to have was Aegis Dome was invincible, but it didn't allow any fire through. So not yours or enemies. And it was, in my opinion, the most skill-based mech in the entire game. And I really, really enjoyed using it for a while. But it became an issue when the bots got their hands on it, and they kept just dropping the dome wherever and whenever. Like, every time they took damage, they just dropped the dome. And it would just keep blocking your... It would just keep blocking your fire, and it was just really, really irritating. And so they ended up changing it to where you could shoot through it, but it had an HP bar instead. But the HP of the dome is freaking massive, bro. Up to 750,000 is the toughest shield in the game, unless you count Blockhorn with the implant. So it was a massive buff when they changed it to how it is now. It was a massive buff, but that was only because, like, you couldn't shoot through your dome in the past either. If you could, but it was still invincible, then yeah, it probably would be. Okay. There's the fail to start bug where it takes you back to hangar, but really you're in the battle with people. But if you restart the game, you'll be back in battle. Yeah, I've had that before, but I haven't had that recently. Bye-bye, whatever your name is. I'm not even gonna attempt it. OG Aegis Shield is so cursed. Okay, look, I feel like the obvious solution was just to stop giving bots an Aegis mech. I don't know about you, but that felt like the obvious solution to me. They didn't need to give that. They didn't need to give Aegis to bots. They could have just not. Goodbye, see you never. Who are you talking to? That's crazy. Will you get Podgun 10? Yeah, probably eventually. But it's not really a priority for me. Because I'll be getting other 10 energy weapons. The person you banned? I didn't ban anybody. Did someone else ban somebody? Was somebody spamming? I don't know. I wasn't. Oh, no, you heard me say bye, whatever your name is. I'm not even gonna attempt it. No, that was because some guy with a completely unpronounceable name said bye. And so I said bye back, but I can't pronounce his name. It's something. It was something, that's for sure. Mess him up. Use stasis, all anti-stasis, except I don't have the range. Let's go this way. Oh, he dropped down. I don't know why you did that, but, okay. I'll help you out as soon as I can, as soon as I'm physically capable. Should be bound now, yeah. I got you, buddy. Come on up with me. Let's go. Protect. Yeah, that's what you get, you stupid. Yep. We're both reloading, which is a little bit awkward. It's not like the best situation I've ever been in, but he locked himself out. Can you believe this guy? No, we need to go. We need dome now. We need dome now. We need dome now, please. Back up. He's inside. They're inside. Didn't even ask permission. At least knock first. Get back here. Oh, thank you. Protect, please. You gotta work on your reaction speed a little bit, okay? Okay. Should have been inside the dome. Duplicating Storm 10 was the best decision, to be honest. Yeah. No, it will be for sure. Myself personally, I don't care about like meta progression. And so I probably won't for a little while. I would prefer to buy things just to see... Buy things that I haven't been able to try yet, just to see if they're any good. Because, like, Viper, I thought was... I knew Viper was going to be, like, one of the better options, but I figured it'd probably be worse than Disc Launcher. To be fair, I still don't know, because I don't have Disc Launcher, but it's looking like probably Viper's better. So, yeah, I mean, like, I was wrong about that, so it's the sort of thing that's like, you don't really know unless you try it. Revoker and Stormwreck is no-brainer, but is Pod 10 worth it? I mean, it'd be worth getting just because you could put it on a mech as you rank it up, you know? Like, if you ranked up an epic mech to rank 5 or whatever, if you're using on Orion, you could use a 10 and an 8. And then, if you eventually get it to rank 6, you could use double 10s. And that's just like a long-term thing that you could go for, but it's not necessarily like it's not like a thing that you really need, really. Wild guess, you'll say Graviton 10 in terms of what I'll get next. I will get Graviton 10 eventually, but I don't know. I mean, I still need blueprints, and I need to upgrade them, and it costs so much, bro. It costs so much to get duplicated 10 energy legendary weapons. I may or may not even focus on other stuff first. You missed out on 3 tokens, that's so unfortunate. I have a sense of humor you've never seen before. Well, I don't know who else you watch, but that's fair. Disc Launcher I don't think would work in the long run. Well, no, Viper also doesn't work long term. I don't know if you know that. Neither one are great long term. But it's a matter of, like, if you're getting an 8 energy legendary weapon, which one do you get, Disc Launcher or Viper, right? It's not so much about long term. It's just a matter of, like, what works the best in that tier. Why do I like Aegis? I mean, it's my best mech in this hangar for now, but also I just like tanks. I like tanks a lot. I think you were inviting me earlier. Revoker 6 with Zephyr is decent at 2 to 3k SP. I mean, I'm at 4k and I'm still using it. I have to get the 10 though. Actually, yeah, that is probably the next weapon I'm getting is the Revoker 10. That's kind of annoying. I hate to have to spend that many credits on a weapon that it's literally just a 30% damage increase for one of my mechs. It's a decent damage increase, but it feels like the sort of thing that's like you shouldn't really be focusing on it. But to be fair, I have pretty good setups now, so it's not a whole lot of reason not to. You actually grinded for it, nice, yeah. Yep. And I actually got all the tokens this time, let's go. Let's loop around left. Oh no, he going toward the middle, okay, okay. Nobody else is going toward the middle, I'll come with you then. Double Aegis with minigun is the way to go. Let's go. I got you, I got you. Both are bad, Viper and Disc. Get Podgun 8. Yeah, but like, you can't put Podgun 8 on 3 of your mechs, right? You kind of have to get other weapons too. So which one do you go for, right? That's the question. It's not about which one's better, Podgun or Viper. It was never about that. It's about which one's worth getting, because otherwise you're stuck with crap. Get him, boys. You're kind of body blocking a lot of my shots, my guy. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you know that. And he's good. Okay, bye-bye. I am back. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. You missed out on 2 tokens because your internet cut out for 6 hours? That is crazy. That is so unfortunate. I mean, if you have like $2, that's should be like literally all those 2 tokens cost. What were the odds that you got minigun? Because I finished all of the events, 100%. It gave the... so long as you kept up with everything and got all the tokens from the events, it gave you every single token that you need, so you absolutely had the opportunity to guarantee that you got it. But right toward the end, between the minigun and the A-coins, like between the last 2, it was like 30% to get the minigun. And then for the last 3, it was like 1% to get the minigun. So it's almost a guarantee that you're not going to get it unless you get all the tokens, which is unfortunate. You dare me to use only Aegis for the entire battle. Okay. Shouldn't be difficult. That's basically what I did last time. Not that battle that I just finished, but the one before that. Mine right now is 0.3. Yeah, it's... I'm telling you, it's not good on... But it's a good lesson, though. Like, this is what almost every single Crate Rush event looks like. Like, I want you guys to understand that, like, when there's any Crate Rush that's like, oh, you can spend 100 A-coins to spin this one time. Like, don't. Like, don't even think about going for it, because you have basically the same odds as what you're looking at with the minigun, which is that you're guaranteed, essentially guaranteed, to not get it unless you spend every single A-coin to get every single prize. That's why when I talk about Crate Rush events that cost A-coins or whatever, I always talk about them in the sense of total cost, because that's how much you're going to have to spend. If you want the thing, you should always assume you're spending the full amount, because that is more than likely the case. Well, hello, fellow Aegis guy. Hey, fellas, you should chill out for a second, maybe? I don't know. Alright. No, that's cool. That's cool. Let's just say... I'm glad none of you are on my MAQC team, we'll just put it that way. Pew, 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 pew. Well, a lot of mine went into the wall, but I can maybe still kill him because he's marked, yeah. Hi. I mean, you could try to fire at me, but I'm pretty sure it just hit the ceiling, right? Yeah. How about that? Bye-bye. Be careful. That was not really careful. You're fine. You're not fine. As soon as I saw that coming, I knew exactly what was... I knew exactly what was gonna happen. Very, very toast. But it's okay. Would it be cool if Mech Arena added a mech that could clone itself? I mean, it depends on what you mean by that. What is better, Hellfire or Minigun 6? Hellfire is probably the worst legendary weapon. Maybe Hornet, though. You only like Minigun 8+? That's fair, that's fair. But between the two, Hellfire is worse. It is so bad. I wouldn't recommend getting Minigun 6, but I would recommend getting Hellfire 6 even less. You know what I'm saying? I missed all of those. That's crazy. Worse than Carbine? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think it has worse DPS. I mean, probably, right? I don't know. I'd have to compare them. I'm tempted to make like a... I'm tempted to make a comparison video comparing like all of like the worst weapons, but the problem is that like nobody actually cares about that topic. In terms of views, people really just care about what's actually like meta and effective. Or what they think might be meta or effective. Like nobody would watch a worst weapons comparison just to like watch those really pathetic weapons go at each other and laugh at it. A few people would be okay, like a few people would enjoy that, but not many people. Most people wouldn't. Podgun 6 or 10. The 6 costs 8 coins, don't get it. You maxed out long arm 10 and 12 only for achievements, that's crazy. It probably didn't cost much though, to be fair. Thoughts on Minigun 10? I mean, worth getting. I don't think I spent any 8 coins to get here. It is, I mean, this Aegis build is, I'm not gonna lie, significantly worse than the Viper one. Just because I'm relying on a rank 4 weapon that's being multiplied by 1.5. So I'm not even getting 16 energy of a rank 4 weapon. I'm getting 15 energy worth of a rank 4 weapon, so it's just all around not that great. It's not as good as it could be, but once I get it to rank 6, and I can put 2 of them on Panther, then we'd be cooking. Then we'd be cooking. But, yeah, I mean, for now, I'm just leaving it on here. I may or may not buy Sentinel or something to put it on that. I don't know. You didn't use Aegis the whole battle? Yeah, because somebody killed me with the freaking redirection, though. What do you want me to do? The amount of people that would enjoy that video or watching this live right now, yeah, no, that's pretty much true. Yeah, 57 people would enjoy that. That's pretty much... Yeah, no, you're not wrong. That sounds about right. David. What in the world? My man's got 146 squad power. How does that happen? Yeah, you're not ready. Who did I invite last time? I don't remember. Did I invite you? I don't know. I'll invite you though. You're gonna get rid of Aegis for Panther? No. I'm gonna get rid of the Redeemer. And then I might get Sentinel to replace the Redeemer for short term. But then I'd replace the Sentinel with Panther, which is why I'm hesitant to get Sentinel. More than likely, though, I'll put the Vipers back on. More than likely, I'll put the Vipers back on Aegis, and then I'll just let the Redeemer build be scuffed. I don't really care that much. I'll put the miniguns or the minigun or whatever on Redeemer. It'll probably be better than a cryo launcher anyway. Mind if I borrowed your minigun? That's crazy. Mostly interested in the reasoning why the weapons are considered bad. I guess that's fair. Explaining why I think they're bad rather than just being like, I mean, obviously these are... I mean, I could point out the obvious and compare them to better weapons, but... I could talk a little bit more about... Probably about what specifically makes them bad, and also potential ways of getting around that. Because I'm sure some people use those weapons, not necessarily because they want to, but partially just because it's like that's what they have. They got it because they thought it would be good, and it ends up not being good. And they don't really have much option. So there is an argument to be made there, for sure. Still, though, I mean, I'd have to find a way to... Part of that's just like trying to find a way to sell the video, essentially, that doesn't involve labeling those weapons as the worst weapons. I could probably think of something, though. Oh, that's an outlaw. That's an outlaw. I am sorry. I have done this to you. He's like, why would you do that? He's like, why would you do that to me? I'm so sorry, bro. I tried to back up, but instead I crashed in by association. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh. Okay, sure, I'll just be over here doing, important stuff. You don't even have Embers or Helix? I mean, you don't really need either one, to be fair. Okay, bye. I was about to give you a dome, but I guess you don't need it. And he's got a dome. That's fine. Come at me, fool. No, it's not coming at me. It's not coming at me. I didn't buy Helix until I was in tier, I think I was in tier 6 when I bought it. Yeah, because I already had Orion when I bought it. So, don't feel too bad about that. Okay, bye. 5 SP isn't possible. Correct. What he said when he... What he meant when he said... Wait, what? Who said 5 SP? Okay, now I'm confused. You're at 3.5 and you're facing people who are 6 to 7. I mean... Are you able to win? At least some of the time? Because I think what a lot of people don't... I think what a lot of people don't really get is that matchmaking is not strictly SP-based. It is completely okay putting you against somebody else who's way stronger if they think that you're a good player with low SP and they're a bad player with high SP. Half of the time you win. Exactly. Okay. Then matchmaking is doing its job perfectly. Their goal is to put you in a situation where you have a 50-50 chance of winning. That's the only goal that matchmaking has. Is to put you in a situation where you have a 50-50 chance of winning. That could be by matching your SP with somebody who has similar skill. It could also be by matching someone who is like an absolute noob, but just like spent a lot of money, but they still don't know how to play the game. Most of the time, you can get a lot of wins out of this just by knowing this. You can bank on the fact that people who have high SP or they're using high SP things. Like anytime I see somebody using a solid blockade mod, I know that they don't know how the game works, because that means that they bought it simply assuming that because it has the highest base stats means that it's going to be the best one, but that's not the case. The best one is Perimeter Multilayer, which also happens to be the cheapest one. Well, in terms of Legendary. The epics aren't worth getting, but you get what I'm saying. So just by seeing somebody with a blockade mod, I automatically know, okay, this guy doesn't really know what he's doing. I can feel free to do certain things that might not work on experienced players, but absolutely would work on noobs. Something like Orion, you can just absolutely spawn camp people. They're more likely to just run at you after you kill them. They're more likely to just keep spawning in the same spot to try to kill you. And stuff like that. So it is a thing that you can actually kind of use to your advantage. Skipped my loo, much appreciated. Thank you. The 3 2v1s I got in a row is because I'm good. I mean, so the 2v1s I think mostly are issues with matchmaking. I'm not saying matchmaking's great. I'm saying that it's not fully SP based. Every time I say anything about matchmaking, everyone automatically goes, okay, now it's time. Now it's RuFFles' fault that I get bad matches. It's RuFFles' fault that I lose. Better take it out on RuFFles. How dare he? How dare he explain how it works? I lost a match that I thought I should have won. It's his fault. Chill out a little bit, okay? Like, look, I'm not saying matchmaking's great. I'm saying it doesn't work specifically the way that you think it does. And if you keep insisting that it works strictly by SP, then you're just going to keep being disappointed. But using the knowledge that I just gave you, you could win more often by knowing that people with high SP are almost, not always, because sometimes people are just tanking, which is basically a form of cheating, which is just matchmaking exploitation. And that's not really anything you can do anything about. In that case, you're kind of just screwed, and that's matchmaking's fault. But, you know, you could generally use that to gain an advantage. Almost 5k. Weren't you not almost, like, weren't you like 4,400 like 10 minutes ago? WD-40, I don't think I invited you. Can you put the fuse mortars on land? I mean, I could, but it wouldn't work. Is minigun good on Surge? I wouldn't really recommend it. I've only seen like one person use it semi-competitively. I mean, there's kind of no point. Like, minigun is specifically good, I think, because you can use it outside of Revoker range. And if you're using a Surge, which dashes inward really quickly to EMP people, you're just by default putting yourself within Revoker range, so you may as well be using a Revoker. That's the way I see it, anyway. You only use base skins with white primary and yellow secondary on all your mechs. That's interesting. Is there any reason that you do that, or just because you think it looks cool? Sometimes the game has bots that are dumb, and sometimes it's great better than players. Yeah, the bots are random. Like, they don't actually have intelligence levels outside of, like, very, very, very early on. They will, like, purposely miss their shots or whatever. But they don't really have intelligence levels, like, variation to that extent. It's mostly just a matter of, like, what they spawn. And sometimes they spawn just, like, really, really bad stuff. A lot of, especially if there's a lot of bots involved, a lot of battles are, to be fair, determined just by, like, what your bots start with versus what the enemy bots start with. Because you could very easily get very unlucky or very lucky with that. But as far as I know, there's no, like, actual, like, they're not purposely being smarter or stupider. It's just a matter of they're good at some things and really bad at other things. Can't wait for a future update where we get sentient bots. They have done some bot updates in the past, and yeah. If they ever make them too crazy, that would not be super fun. Especially for newer players. I feel like a lot of the time, like newer players think that the bots are OP, but I don't really have much problem with bots. I say that as I just get railroaded by Embergun Orion, but it's mostly just because I already kind of know what I'm doing. So I mean, I guess to some degree you could say that the bots, they should ease you into it a little bit better, which I would not disagree with. The Geminis. Oh, and a Hemlock. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, that. What's my inventory? But I don't remember. It's probably higher. It's higher now, huh? Call the minigun 10. You did, or you just saying that I did? I did. Yes. I don't know if you did. When will you consider banking your implants? Banking your acorns to get an important implant from the shop? After I get Panther. After I get Panther, I think the only thing that I really need acorns for are like the random mech and weapon rank ups. As far as I know, there's no like massive purchases that I'd really be making after that. And a lot of my acorns probably afterward would most likely go into like rank ups for Guardian, Tengu, Ares, just to see if like rank 4, possibly even rank 5, they're even effective. Because I know a lot of people do rank them up at least once, sometimes twice. Because I know the Lancer's good. The Lancer's good if you level it up. The Paragon I doubt will be, but it's like, who knows. I might even do some other mech rank ups. But then in terms of like implants, this kind of sounds like pilots, right? And it's the same reason I don't get like surgery clips. Is it really useful? Like at the end of the day, like, if it were you at this SP, would it actually be useful for me to like be giving people advice and I'm using Stormrack and I have a legendary Stormrack reload implant? Like almost nobody at this SP is gonna have that. It seems a bit of a stretch, right? So I'm okay getting epic implants. I'm okay getting my epic pilots to rank 5 even. I don't even think I want to get them to rank 6. But I'm okay getting rare and epic implants. I don't really want legendary implants except for the Viper one. I just happened to get it, but that one's gonna stay at level 3 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, like I don't know, I just especially implants that make a huge difference. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. Your Ares is almost maxed and it's great. I keep hearing really good things about high-level Ares, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't believe them. I don't believe them, but I have to try it because I keep hearing it, right? You might be right, I don't know. But it sounds so unlikely. Because the shield HP is so bad compared to Aegis. I don't know, man. I will try. I will try it for sure at some point. But I don't know. I don't expect it to do well. I have all the implants on my baby account, and it's all rank 4 max, so low SP. Yeah, but low SP doesn't mean that you're actually, like, accurately representing the stage of the game, right? Because I could have legendary pilots, I could have legendary implants, and I could still be low SP, but low SP doesn't necessarily mean anything. And again, I don't want people to, like, try to count, like... It's kind of the same reason I want to use, like, multiple Storm Rank builds, because I feel like I could rank up my Storm Rank 10, but, like, most people aren't going to be able to get to that point. I feel like the hardest time that people have is before they're able to rank up their Storm Rank 10 and then use double Storm Rank builds. The hardest time that people have is before they get Surge and Eclipse. The hardest time that people have is before they get really OP legendary implants for Storm Rank. You know, so I kind of want to focus on that area more. Maybe eventually I'll just, like, say frick it and just progress with this account and get all that stuff anyway. Not all items increase SP. Yeah, that's true. But also it's just like some increase it less, and also it's like low SP doesn't mean it's weak. Mech specific implants most of the time don't increase SP. Don't increase it at all? Well, that would be news to me. I didn't know about that. But I'm not even necessarily talking about, like, specifically SP increases. I'm just, like, saying, you know, even if I got a bunch of really good stuff and it increased my SP by 1,000, like, it's still the sort of thing where it's like your average 5,000 SP player probably wouldn't have been playing for so long that they got all of these legendary implants and pilots and whatever. So I don't know. It's just a difficult situation, because I do have to try to keep in mind that this is supposed to be kind of like an account that people can generally relate to. And that's definitely the reason I don't want to have a freaking Surge, because it's like, you know, oh, free-to-play step number 1, use Revoker Surge. Like, it doesn't really help people, realistically. Why some pilots are not available? Because Mech Arena decides that they don't want to make them available for, like, a freaking really long time. They did my boy Sentinel dirty. That they did. I like the idea of Sentinel. It's a cool idea, but hot damn is that thing garbage. Not at all. Yeah. Secret cooldown gives no SP boost. Where there will be an SP boost for the generic cooldown on the secret. That makes no sense at all. It's gotta be a bug. I mean, the game has more bugs than actual features at this point, so I wouldn't be surprised. You love the way Sentinel walks, though. That's kind of true. How long has Galvin been unavailable? Yeah, that's a good question. I have no idea. Also, Ares is rare, not epic, so it's cheaper to max. Yeah, that's a thing to consider nowadays. It used to not really be a thing to consider, but nowadays it is. And so, yeah, I mean, just like an Ares is legitimately just better than a Sentinel. Not because the max performance is better. I think at max, a Sentinel will outperform a max Ares. But you're not going to get a Sentinel to max, so the maximum performance of a Sentinel is irrelevant. You don't want the heat. You don't want the heat, boys. Let's just wait it out. Yeah, I knew what the time was. I know what time it is. Shield. Thank you. Let's just keep moving up, dude. It'll be fun. Or not. Or not. That's a... What in the world is that, bro? What in the world is that? Okay, look, it would have been fun. It could have been fun. It should have been fun. Stop. Yeah, get out of here, stupid. Oh no, please. Please. I'm so slow, dude. Don't do this to me. Don't make me walk all the way over here. It's so unnecessary. Yep, I'm in no hurry whatsoever. I'm just glad to be here. Is it just me, or has it been a while since they made an 8-coin event crate for unavailable mechs? Last was Parasite. I mean, probably they... I mean, it's probably always been the case. They probably don't do them very often. They mostly do event crates for weapons, to be fair. Not saying that that's equally as valuable, or that it's even a good thing. I'm just like calling it as it is. Well, hi. I would appreciate it if you stopped doing that. Okay. You miss old Aegis? I kinda do as well. I'm glad that those Aegis bots are gone though. There is that. Hope Asmodeus appears for credits. A credit event crate. True. It would be really nice to do. Actually, you know, maybe they even do something like that sort of soon, because there's like a full heavy-duty week coming up, right? They announced it. You recall that? They made that, well, hi. Yeah, I remember what they called it. It was like a heavy-duty week or something like that. They might... Honestly, it'd be the perfect time. It would be the perfect time to do anything related to heavy-duty pilots. Not really. That's interesting. There we go. Must have hit the wall. Crates are a scam in this game. Oh, I mean, like... Yeah, obviously, yeah. No, you have to open the entire thing. You have to... Like, don't think about it in terms of, like, I have a chance to do this if I do. No. There's no chance involved. There's no chance involved. You have to... In order to get Continuum 12, how many tokens you have to get? You have to get all of them, right? You have to get every single one. You have to get all 20. That's what it takes. You don't even consider other options. Because I can tell you what the odds are that you get it within under 20 spins. It tells you in the game itself tells you right here. It is absolutely rigged, and it tells you exactly how rigged it is, so don't even attempt it. I think a lot of people just assume it's like, oh, it's there, so it must be flat rates. It's not flat rates. It hasn't been for a long time. Just assume that whatever you're getting, you're going to have to pay the price of whatever to guarantee that you get it, to get every single prize in the thing. At that point, you are not gambling, you are just buying it, because you know you're going to get it. I never recommend gambling, because it's like there's a very high chance that you just don't get the thing, and then you wasted a bunch of Bitcoins, or money, or both. Not many people are going to get this weapon, though. The Minigun 10? Yeah, I know. Because most people aren't going to keep up with the events. I hate how the only players I face are solo. Face as solo are freaking tankers. That's crazy. Is that your way of trying to get me to invite you? Minigun event is awesome. You got it? Very nice. I also got it. I'm glad I got it this time. I would have been kind of upset if I didn't get it. I wouldn't have been like that upset because I still have to rank it up twice, which is gonna kind of take forever, but you know, it's good. I like it. Minigun's my favorite weapon. Who in the world is this? I don't think I invited you. The heavy-duty weapon sure sounds interesting. Excited to see what they do with it. The heavy-duty weapon week? Yeah. I feel like I mean, most of the time, you can think of all the things that they could do. Just assume that they're gonna do, like, the most lame thing that you could possibly think of. And that's probably what they're gonna do. Like, let's be honest. They usually don't do anything super interesting. Like, this game has some of the lamest anniversary events I've ever seen in my life. I like the game overall, but damn, bro. The anniversary events are freaking lame, dude. That's just it's just the sad truth. But yeah, I mean, you just assume it's. Excuse me, already? He's already on here. All right, champ and live. Huh. Well, that's interesting. That's yeah. Okay, whatever. I'll just go up here, and I will shoot you, because you're a bad person. You're fine. Oh, hi. Oh, bye. Yeah, get out of here, nerd. That's what I freaking thought. We need bacon, though. I would not go on the bottom right in front of that beacon with a hunter's mark on you. Uh-oh. A random free legendary mech event would be cool. It would be great, but I think we all know that that's not gonna happen, because that would be a little too great. These guys aren't the most generous people out there. You could probably deal with that guy. He's like an 1/8 of an HP. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Well, hi. Watch out. Don't bring those to me. Okay. No, stop. You can kill him. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say. Yeah, bye-bye. Oh, he's got cryo javelin, so this is not his first account, probably. Or it's not his only account, anyway. How did that get back there? Fellas. No, how did that get back there? You letting you just asleep? 2 bots going left. Run. Ow! What was that? Okay. Yo, Max name article. Oh. For a second, I thought it was a teammate, but nope. That is not a teammate. That's not what that looks like. I'm gonna go over here. Somebody's bound to try to rush this field. Somebody's bound to, right? One of these guys. They're gonna be like, aha, the beacon's open. I'm gonna go for it, bro. And then all of a sudden they realize that it's not open. Oh. Eh. Really? Still my kill. Okay. Watch out. Your ability's about to time out and he's gonna kill you. Hooray. At least a legendary skin would have sufficed. What did they do last time? I actually don't even know. What did they do last year? Does anybody even remember? It was, I mean, it's never been memorable, but... Oh, they gave us 16,000 credits there. It's, yeah, it was like a promo code or something. No, what was the actual like in-game events for the anniversary? I don't remember. Was there anything good? Or was it just like oh, there's a new mech and it costs a lot of money? Seeker's only good with Stormrex because you've countered Seeker more times than you can count. Yeah, Seeker is probably... I mean, it's better with Stormrex at certain SPs. I think when you get to really high SP where people have really high level perimeter multi-layer mods, then you can't kill somebody with a single double salvo of Stormrex. So you kind of do need Revoker to get through all of those layers and then actually kill them. But I will grant you, like, the Stormwrack is safer, because even if you get EMP'd, you'll still fire. You were jumped scared by the notification to join the match. That's crazy. Bro really doesn't want to be in the match with me. I get it. It's fine. I'm kidding. Plarium be like, ooh, it's the anniversary, fellas. Here's some good stuff. Gives 100,000 credits and 200 acorns at best. Yeah. That is pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. I can understand them not wanting to... Some people are like, oh, you know, I should give us like 5,000 acorns, because I need 5,000. Like, I wouldn't even be able to buy a legendary mech with that. But then, like, yeah, that'd be a little bit much for super new players, so I can understand them not wanting to give anything crazy, but, like, honestly, even 1,000 acorns would not help a new player that much. I don't know, I feel like they could pretty easily give 1,000 acorns. But they won't. Yep. Nice. There's really no reason to... Did he die? He died. Well, that's unfortunate. That's okay. Oh. Okay. Ouch, 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 ouch. Alright, my plan is to not die. Which is better than the other guy's plan, I think. No. Careful. Go away. Yeah. That's what I thought, bro. Hey, get out of here. You think you're cool? You think you're hot stuff? I bet you do. But guess what? You're not. You're not. Get out of here with that. Okay. He has repeater. Gemini needs real money. Yeah. It is a pretty disgusting weapon. Especially at lower SP. It's not like a top meta weapon, surprisingly, though. It's crazy how well it does. It's crazy how well it does, but it's still, like, not actually a top meta weapon. MD with autocannon sucks now. BMP gave me Arachnos with Thermal Lance 6, and I still got 3 YouTubers left. What the heck does that mean? Oh, because you're asking people what they think the worst mech and weapon is. I see. BMP thinks Arachnos is worse than MD. I'd rather use an Arachnos, bro. That was a long time ago, though. Wait, was that even in this stream, or was this last stream? I don't remember. Only time Plarium will give 1,000 acorns is when the game is 1,000 years old. Yeah, or they're under new management. One of the two. No, I agree. They're probably not going to do it. Which is, I'm not saying that I like it. I'm just saying it's like, yeah. This is why, that's why I'm saying, like, whatever you can think of that would be, like, the most lame way of doing any type of special cool event. The lamest way you could think of doing that, that's probably the way they're gonna do it. Just realistically. Kind of the same thing goes with ability ideas, too. Like that Earthquake mech that they teased. 60% chance the entire thing is a status effect, and an Eclipse could just walk right through it with no issue. 60% chance it's literally just a status effect. The entire thing. I don't even mean just the... Just the, like, the abilities getting stuck. And then there's also, like, I'd say solid 50, at least 50% chance that a Surge could still use its EMP, it just couldn't make the actual dash. Like, it would cancel the dash aspect, but a Surge would still be able to EMP. And so it would be useless. It would be very, very, very useless. But there's a high chance that that's the way that they do it, because they can't be bothered to make it more complicated than that. Saw a weirdo in global chat. Yeah, you can. Well, you can report those people in the Mech Arena official Discord server. They actually have global chat moderators now, so you could get people in trouble for doing stupid stuff. And I would encourage you to do so if you can. Cause yeah, no, the global chat is wild, bro. I just ignore it. People talk about that. I just ignore it most of the time. I won't even, you know, like, the reason that my webcam is on this side of the screen, like, for the most part, the reason it's right here was, the reason I've always had it here was just to cover up a global chat, because you never know what the heck people are going to be saying. I mean, nowadays I have a green screen, so I don't block it very much, but I used to have, like, an actual, like, full, just like a box, right? Just like, I wish I could report for SP dropping. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. It used to work, but it turned out too many people SP drop, and they'd have to ban too many people, and that's, like, honestly, it's such a sad situation. Your childhood game Dragon Nest is coming to mobile, and you're extremely happy. I have no idea what the game that is, bro. I will say, though, I've also been kind of stoked about the fact that Star Wars Battlefront 2 is seeing a lot more activity. It used to be, like, absolutely dead and just, like, overrun with the cheaters. But there's actually, like, a lot of people playing it nowadays. Unfortunately, it's so messed up, like, on Steam, that it keeps crashing, so I have to play it through NVIDIA GeForce Now. I don't know if you've heard of that. If you don't, you can just look it up. I don't care to explain it. But yeah, that's the only way that I'm able to play it as of right now. So I haven't really as much as I would, but yeah. Another, yeah, also, basically that was a game that I played a lot of. One of your thumbnails for a video show the chat saying something crazy? Yeah, probably. I probably, yeah. To be fair, I, like, don't pay attention to that a whole lot, so I may have even missed it. I don't know if it was on purpose. I don't think so. I don't think I've ever made a video like that, but... Will either be wholesome or be an average COD lobby. Yeah, true. SP dropping is weak. I agree, but the problem is that they used to punish people who did it, but, like, what's crazy is that it turned out that there were too many people who did it, and they didn't want to keep banning. They didn't want to have to ban, like, half their player base. There were so many people who did it, and they were realizing just how bad it was, so they're just like, okay, you know what? Let's just try to fix the matchmaking instead. And that was, like, 2 years ago. Newsflash, they still haven't fixed it. I don't even know if they're trying anymore. I don't even know if they're trying. But... you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Clearly they don't care that much. You're about to get 1,000 silver crates and missing 5 blueprints to double Graviton 10. And Minigun 10. Would it be worth opening all of them? I mean, if you're looking for blueprints, you're probably gonna get them through crates. So, like, you may as well. You're kind of saving them in hopes that one event it requires opening crates for points. Okay, yeah, fair enough. You could always wait until that happens. Most events take something similar to that. Though, I'll be realistic here, and I will say that most events are relatively pay to win. Like, if there's anything that has to do with, like, spend or, you know, get blueprints of whatever rarity or open crates, like, you know that somebody with a bunch of money is just going to be the one who wins that. You're probably not even going to place. There's 4 days left of this. A bunch of people probably all open this. I don't think I'm even going to place on this. I'm at 25th right now. I'll bet you. I will bet you I'm not even going to get this by the end of this event. I'm going to be completely out of this leaderboard. I will bet you. I feel like the devs genuinely don't play this game. They don't play it a lot, that's for sure. They definitely play it very casually. I feel like the game is actually pretty well made for a casual player, like someone who logs on for like 30 minutes to an hour a day. But that's it. After that, it's kind of, yeah, it loses a lot of entertainment value after that. That many people having a skill issue is crazy. Well, yeah, it's all about, like, you get one person justifying it, and it's like all of a sudden everybody's trying to justify it. And it's like it becomes the only way, you know, when you get a lot of people doing it, it becomes the only way to win tournaments. And so people really want A coins for whatever stuff. So it's like, yeah, well, they find ways to justify it. They find ways to justify it. And a lot of people just got used to it. It's not a crazy thing for them anymore. It's not a crazy idea. Rock, bro, that is yeah, nah, that's yeah, we don't do that for sure. Why is it during tournaments I get guys with maxed out hanger and they have 5,000 tournament points by the time I play my first match? Because it doesn't always create a bracket right when you start a match. If not enough people start a match right when you do, then it has to put you into an existing bracket, obviously. And so some people are going to have more points than you. In fact, the longer you wait, if you wait until like the last minute, the longer you wait, the more likely it is that it's going to put you into a match that already, into a lobby or like a bracket that already started like 30 minutes to an hour ago. And you'll end up with a pretty significant disadvantage. Tried to compete last week, but I calculated I'd get 14,000 and the winner would end up having 20. Yeah. Well, that's just the way it is. Don't even play tournament for the sake of trying to get first place, because you're probably not going to. I just play it for the sake of trying to get some fortune keys, because I'll get some decent fortune keys, and then you could potentially get some good A coins with fortune keys, you know? So, yeah. It's satisfying beating an XP dropper for sure. I know. Imagine having such bad skill issue that you have to first cheat for your wins, and then second off, you can't even win after you started cheating. Like, bruh. That's crazy. This will probably be the last match. It is closing on 7 o'clock for me. That's why you start around when people go to work. Yeah. The trouble is, like, how long do you have to play in order to keep up with, like how long do you have to play? How long are other people going to be playing for who also join at that time? It's hard to tell. Although, if you have a higher SP, it should be easier. Because I think brackets do tend to try to put people into similar SP groups. Like, they try to put people in brackets with other people who have similar SP. And the same thing goes with playoff events. So the higher SP you have, or inventory power, I don't know which one it calculates, it might be inventory power. But the higher you have, the more likely it is that people are going to have really crazy hangers. My dome is already gone, bro. I'll meet you in the middle. Oh, that's not good. Get him, boys. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Oh, nice. Thanks. Let's go. Double Aegis. This used to be like the winning strategy back in the day. Back during the disc launcher meta, where like Minigun had the DPS to take down an Aegis Dome, but it's like Minigun wasn't that good. Because there was nothing that was that tanky to be able to withstand an Aegis Dome outside of another Aegis. Or maybe a Panther, I suppose. I feel like if Blockhorn existed during the disc launcher meta, things would have really taken a turn. I don't know if that's just me. You play for 1 hour daily, it's more than enough to get all resources. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've said before that the game is, like, it is specifically designed for casual players, and that's the reason that they don't really, like, super lean into the competitive aspect of it. Because people have asked for, like, you know, more like PvP only modes or stuff like that. I kind of agree with them. I'm not gonna lie, I think most people actually would avoid PvP only modes simply because they're just looking to get as many resources as they can, and they get easier resources when they play bots. I think your average player would not, at least at this SP, maybe the higher SP this probably would change, but at this SP I think your average player would not want to play a PvP only mode. Ow. Tournament SP droppers mainly use Dreadnought or Nomad? Yeah. Because it's like basically unkillable. Especially if it's free-for-all, because they keep healing themselves. And that's the worst part, bro. They just keep healing themselves. Honestly, what free-for-alls should be is it should be like... It shouldn't be a % heal on kill, it should be an amount heal on kill depending on like essentially like the SP bracket that you're competing in, right? So if you're really low SP, you'll get, you know, some amount of HP healed, but then you'll get way more HP healed. So it's like an approximation. It's an approximation of a %, but someone using like a really high rank mech with a bunch of low rank stuff, they would get a lower % of their HP healed. They get the same physical number, but they get a lower % of their total HP healed if they're trying to use like a tanker thing like that. That's just, I don't know, it's just a potential idea. I don't know how much it would like actually solve anything, but it would help slightly maybe. We need ranked mode. See, that's what late game players say, but I don't think that's what most of anyone else says. Because me and you, you're a late game player, I'm pretty sure. Me and you, we have accounts that have really high SP, and we would love to play consistent PvP battles. We would love, that's most of the reason that we're in the competitive scene, I would guess. That's most of the reason I am, and I would guess it's the same for you. It's just because there's PvP, and that's basically it. And actually, I'm not even gonna lie, half the reason I started this account was because I realized there was so many more players. Like, I could get consistent, like at least 3v3, 4v4 battles on an account like this, and I could see some like crazy things people were using. So that was kind of fun. It looked fun. But the thing is like your average person who's just grinding for resources, I don't think they would want that. I think that they are more invested in, like, they just want, they want to finish achievements, they want to finish their tasks. They can finish tasks easier if they get bots, because bots means more kills. It means they can capture beacons more reliably, they can get MVPs more reliably, they can do this, that, and the other thing. I think your average random player at around this squad power, which is probably where most players are at, between like 3,000 and 5,000, I think your average random player would actually not really enjoy a PvP or ranked type game mode. And so at that point, I'm not saying that I disagree with you still. I do think it would be really cool. But at that point, they're essentially just making it for the late game players, and I don't think they care that much. I don't think they care that much. It should be the percentage of the HP the opponent you killed. Well, that would be interesting. Well, that's actually true. That would also kind of solve it to some degree. But I mean, I guess they're both potentially the same thing. I'm 100% using my free tokens to get that weapon. The minigun? Oh, Continuum 12. Isn't there only one? You only get one free token, though, right? And it's not even a good weapon, so I wouldn't bother. Yeah, you only get the one token. You'll get 58 coins if you keep it. Yeah, player matches are fun. Farming bots is so boring. Just ends match in 1 minute every time on repeat. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. And that's why I'm saying I think most of the time late game players compete in competitive, like I think they turn into competitive players simply because they're looking for PvP, not necessarily because they like the meta or because they want to be super competitive, but just because they want to play PvP. And then pretty much all PvP custom matches devolve into a meta competitive match to some degree. And I agree it would be really fun if they did that. But I think it's from their perspective. I'm just saying, like, what I think from their perspective is happening is that it's a lot of work, and it would only really benefit the small percentage of players that have already spent a lot of money, and I don't think they necessarily care a whole lot about. And even ignoring the amount of money you've spent, like it's a relatively small percentage of players. It's like maybe 10% at most. That's a lot of work to make for something like to have for something like that. So it's unlikely that they would honestly ever do it, unless they were just like bored for some reason. But they have enough bugs to keep them occupied for the next 70 years. So I don't know. The 60% less damage on Nomad is insanely stupid. Nah, I mean, like, Nomad is only barely meta. A lot of people don't even use it competitively, like, really high SP. The problem that I have is that a legendary thing is so much better than, like, a rare thing or an epic thing. I think it's just the difference between the grades, you know? I think there should be less of a gap less of a performance gap between, you know, a common item and an uncommon, and versus a rare versus an epic versus a legendary, you know? As of right now, it's like a legendary versus a rare mech. It's like it's not even close. It's basically GG no matter which one you do. Because legendary mech, even Redox, which is super stupid and weak, like, it's so bad. But even Redox feels ridiculously strong compared to these low-grade mechs, just because its base stats are so much higher. It has more HP, it has more ability damage, it has, yeah, like, everything. Except for, like, energy capacities, but... The ranked game mode still would be fun. Oh, I'm not arguing that at all. Ranked game mode would be a lot of fun, or any things that basically forced the game to give me only players. I don't care what it is. Like, if there was like some type of toggle option in the bottom that basically was just like, you know, are you willing to wait longer to guarantee that you get a player? Sure. Or something that just like turned off bots where it's like, we're not going to start the match until, or if there's just like a different game mode where it's like, we're not going to start the match until the lobby is completely full of players. I don't care what it is that they did. I would play it. I would play it. It would probably be the only mode that I play. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I'm saying that I don't think that Plarium would do it. I don't think that the Mech Arena devs are interested in doing it because of the amount of time that it would take and the small percentage of players that it would actually benefit. I don't think that they would do it. I would love it if they did, but I don't think they will. You used to be able to get players left and right before months. Now you get them once every 10 games. I mean, I was getting almost a player every match earlier. Sometimes you'll get lucky, sometimes you'll get unlucky. It does feel like there's less late game players nowadays than there was like maybe a year ago. And that definitely does seem to be the case. But at the same time, I was also weaker comparatively a year ago. So maybe that also had something to do with it. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of also feel like they've divided the like SP brackets, because there's like the max SP used to be like 12,000, and now it's like 25,000, right? The max SP is like 25,000. And I feel like they've divided the matchmaking, essentially the matchmaking brackets a bit more. They've divided them a bit more. So like me as a 15k, I'm not going to run into somebody who's 20k almost ever. Even though I could, and I wouldn't complain. Like I honestly, I probably should. I'd be fine with that. But they're not. I don't think the game wants me to do that. So that like they separated the matchmaking a little bit more, I think. Add a switch, being able to switch between strictly players for more PvP based people and more casual players. Yeah, but then like again, it's simply like, okay, kill a mech single-handedly, kill 3 mechs in a battle without taking damage. Guess what? Whoever's winning grindy events like that, whoever's winning tournaments, whoever's getting their tasks done quickly is all the people who opt to not do that. Anybody who's trying to improve their hangar or, you know, get resources for any reason, or, you know, like grind whatsoever. Like, if they're just playing for the fun of it, yeah, people will do that. There's a lot of people in the chat would probably do that. But, like, a lot more of you wouldn't. A lot more, like, you'd play it a little bit, maybe, but then you'd ultimately realize, like, I'm not getting anywhere with this. I need to play this other mode with bots in order to finish tasks, because it finishes my tasks easier. I can get more playoff points if I do it this way. I can get my achievements done if I do it this way. I can get better tournament scores if I do it this way. I think the number of people who would do it is excruciatingly low. You don't use your breakouts anymore because it just gets killed every time. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, no, it's never been good. Did I get minigun done? I don't know. Did I? Yes, I did. Most not played game mode onslaught. Yeah. Well, that's, to be fair, it's also because it's the worst game mode. They didn't make it enjoyable, really. But I don't know. That's just the way that I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from a perspective of like, and they know this stuff, right? I'm just telling you like what's going on. I'm not saying that I don't want it or that I don't think that they should make it. I'm saying that these are the things that are like, this is what's going on, and they know that these things are going on. I think that they're fully aware that almost nobody would specifically volunteer to play a PvP only match. I mean, maybe they would after all their tasks are done or something like that. But I think after, like, the first week, people would quickly realize that it's a lot better for them if they don't do that. And I think that the devs know that. And I think that they know that it would be a lot of work to make something like that, only for most people to not use it. Maybe there's some type of fix. Maybe there's some type of, like, you get extra points if you use that mode. Or something like that, like some type of multiplier on your playoff points or tournament points, or maybe they force everybody to do that when they're entering tournament. That's what I think they should do. I think they shouldn't allow people to play. I think there shouldn't be bots at all in tournament mode, because otherwise it's like whoever gets the most number of bots is the one who wins, essentially. Or if they tank. But just getting bots is a massive head start in terms of tournaments. So like I think they should force people to like force everybody to play only players in tournament. But yeah, I don't know. There's good ways that they could do it, but I don't know if there's good ways that they would do it. You think they're just generically stupid? The devs, I mean, they have not exhibited a whole lot of forms of particular wisdom. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Onslaught should be switched to a campaign mode. There's no point. It's the same crap. Like, why do you think a campaign mode would be any better than that? Do you think acorns are hard or take too long to get? I mean, yeah, I don't know who doesn't. Mod parts are the most egregious resource, though. But anyway, nah, it's unfortunate, but like the game was okay. To be fair, they have in the last like year or so, they have been realizing that there's more desire from the general player base. They've been realizing there's a lot more just general interest in like competitive type stuff. They didn't like the Mech Arena official. They never even hosted a tournament on their own. Like they never hosted their own specific tournament until just last year, the anniversary tournament from last year. I think that was the very first one that they've ever done. But that was because they realized, like, well, actually, people are pretty interested in competitive type play. The game was, as they've specifically said, the game was made for casual players. Because that's just who they made it for. But I think they're seeing there's more competitive or more desire for sort of PvP competitive type things lately, and so maybe it's something that they would do eventually. But I don't know. I feel like they'd need a lot more players in the game just in general before they even do that. Because it's the same thing with matchmaking. Like, they would like to... I've talked to them before, and they would like to, like, loosen up on the matchmaking. In fact, they even talked about it once before. It's like they gave, like... They experimented with, like, giving an additional, like, 15 seconds of matchmaking time for CPC. You know, I was just talking about. You have 15 seconds time window to find a match, and if you don't find players, you'll just get bots. They've experimented with like doubling that, and the number of player battles that occurred because of it basically didn't go up at all. So some of it is just the general lack of players, to be fair, and they don't want people waiting for like two to 3 minutes for a match that is also only gonna last 2 to 3 minutes. Season points is nothing about talent. That much is absolutely true. Top 500 gives nothing except a badge. Yeah, sure. Is Viper 8 worth getting? Yeah. If you're in that tier, anyway. If top 500 had rewards, I would legit cut out 10 hours of my day just to grind that. See, the problem with the top 500, though, is that there's ways of exploiting that, too. A lot of times, they'll quit player matches and they'll only play against bots. Where there's been ways of, people exploiting it where, like, I don't think it works anymore, but they join a match. If it's all bots, they join a match, they grab one beacon, and then they leave the match, and it would give them points for that battle, because they'd end up winning. They'd end up getting a win for that battle. They'd get the season points for that battle, but they'd only spend like 30 seconds doing it. And so it's like the top 500 is like, honestly, at this point, mostly about cheesing it and less about grinding. It's mostly about cheesing it. So I don't even think rewarding people for that is even the best idea either. Unless they fixed it, which, yeah, I mean, like, when was the last time they fixed something without causing 7,000 bugs? $160K inventory, that's crazy. I really wonder who the people are who get in the top 500. If they're adults or kids, because who has that kind of time? Okay, so what I'm pretty sure happens is, for the most part, they have multiple people accessing their account, which you're not supposed to do, but I mean, like, I'm pretty sure they do. They have multiple people who access their accounts, and then they just have multiple people throughout the course of the day grinding the same account, grinding points for it. I know that that has happened, and I can't imagine that that's not what most of them are doing at this point. But maybe it's not, I don't know. I'm not gonna, like, directly accuse anyone of doing it, because I have no idea. I have no way of knowing, obviously. So I'm not gonna directly accuse anyone of doing it, but, like, what I would imagine is probably happening is something around those lines. For the battle pass, should you go for Surge Implant or Dreadnought? I'm not gonna lie, I don't think any of those implants are really that good. Dreadnought cooldown, Surge Radius, Nomad damage. The only one that I personally would use is Dreadnought cooldown, but that's only if I didn't have a legendary implant to use, just a generic legendary implant to use. If you could use a legendary cooldown implant, then go for it. But, like, I'm not gonna lie, Surge Radius is pretty pointless, and Nomad damage is pretty pointless. Dash is not shared account, can confirm, but many are, yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna directly accuse anybody, but I would imagine, because I know that that has happened, and I wouldn't imagine that that slowed down. I would only imagine that like, continues to escalate. As it begins to work more often, people are more likely to copy it. We need Scape as a pilot. I know, I've mentioned that before. That would be crazy. I would love that. But then again, I don't know. They haven't made pilots in a while. Do you miss when you could get two of the same bot at max? Absolutely not. Because everyone would just run... Instead of having 5 mechs in their hangar, they'd have 3 mechs in their hangar, because 2 of them were duplicates. And you'd have the exact same thing here. You realize how many people would just use double surge, double eclipse? It would be the dumbest thing you've ever seen, and you would not be happier that way, trust me. I mean, maybe you would, I don't know, but I would not be happier, and I know that for a fact. I don't think it would be better, bro. Some people like to reminisce about that, but dude, even back then, when I was experiencing that, everybody was just running double Killshot, double Panther, and then a Guardian. And that's just what everybody had. It was so lame. It was so lame. RuFFles as a pilot would auto-target all kill shots on the map and annihilate them in one shot. Yes. I don't care if I'm useless besides that. I just want those stupid things gone, bro. Get them out of my sight. Double Guardian was a nightmare. Most people would run double Panther, double Killshot, and then only one Guardian. Or they'd run one Zephyr. Depending. I don't think I've ever seen double Guardian or double Zephyr. I don't think they were that good compared to the others. Just take less damage from meta stuff, hard counter, hell yeah. But then that would would that make me meta though? Because that'd be kind of terrible. I don't know if I want that. It would potentially make me meta. I won't. We can't have that. Where did you obtain your hate from Killshot? Well, back to the topic that we were just talking about, The double kill shots that were literally everywhere, and everyone who thought that they were super great at the game just because they were using it. It was the most no-brain skillless mech I've ever seen in my life. That's where it came from. No, yeah, the double mech thing is pretty much where that came from. Have you ever considered sending over some mechs you designed to the devs? No. But that's only because I already know that they have a lot that they're already working on. They're not at a shortage of ideas. They're not at a shortage of ideas, I'm sure. And I mean, who is to say that my ideas are better than anyone else's ideas, really? So, yeah. Nah, I just don't bother, because I know they probably won't use it anyway. Most no-brain mech is here have another life mod. Okay, nowadays that's true. Nowadays that's true, but back then, bro, everyone dashing in with their one-shot kill, 15-meter radius, insta-death machine, thinking that they were super tactical when they did it. Absolutely not. You just spam the ability and kill everything, bro. That's literally all that happened. I ain't gonna lie. Nah. Zephyr was nerfed to 3 seconds. Yeah, it used to be 6. It was really annoying. I one time got harassed by 2 bot Zephyrs for an entire round of 5v5, and I never got to shoot or do anything. They just kept DMPing me over and over and over again. I was super sad. I didn't like it. You need a map where there is water. I've got news for you. They made a new map. It has water on it. Like the one that they just released recently. Which meta is or was your favorite? The Arc Torrent meta. Close Quarters meta always makes, like, it makes the most sense to me. Close Quarters meta makes sense. But if it's too egregious like the Revoker one, then it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. But the Arc Torrent one was fine, because, like, you still had to be careful how it, like, you couldn't overextend yourself, because you only had so much of a magazine, right? Before you had to reload. And it also took time to kill things, as opposed to just, like, one-shotting things. Back then, I could use double stasis, in fact, one of my main builds, double stasis beam Guardian. Maxed Stasis Beam 16 Guardian. That was one of my main builds back in the day, and it actually works. Same thing with Voltaic RPG. Like, back then, you didn't necessarily need super insanely fast killing weapons. So that was my favorite. And my least favorite was the Disc Launcher meta. I don't care what your opinion is. The Arcs were meta during the Disc Launcher meta, only for a little bit. The Disc Launcher became the most meta after the Great Update, and the Arcs stopped being meta after the Great Update. Although a lot of people insisted that they were still good, they really were not, because I would kill them every time very easily. Mod meta is so chalked. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that. I like the idea of mods. I didn't like being one shot, especially from around corners with Disc Launcher, but I mean, it was, yeah, good idea, bad execution. That's like what most of Mech Arena updates can be summarized as. When I joined, they already nerfed Disc Launcher. Good for you. Good for you. You never had to experience that, bro. I'm happy for you. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here, guys. I'm gonna call it here. sniper meta was a menace, though. I wasn't a fan of the sniper meta, but the disc launcher meta was worse. Well, I mean, disc launcher was still meta during the sniper meta, but like the snipers kind of took over a little bit. But the meta during the meta, whereas like you could literally only use disc launcher and that was it, and you just like get accidental kills left and right because you just throw discs everywhere, and then you'll get kills. You don't even have to like think about it really. Just throw it somewhere and over some general direction, and you'll accidentally get 3 or 4 kills from people who are trying to take cover. But guess what? You have a radius the size of the entire map, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, no, I mean, disc launcher was my least favorite. The sniper meta was annoying for sure. I didn't enjoy it, but it was better than the disc launcher one for sure. And at least, you know, when everything was one-shot, I mean, I was always a fan of tanks, so, like, I never really liked the one-shot meta, but at very least, when everything was one-shot, that also means that a lot of weapons can do pretty good. You know, like Voltaic RPG. And it also means that weak mechs don't really matter. Like, a low HP mech is basically just as good as a high HP mech. Which is part of what frustrated me, because that meant that tanks were not tanky whatsoever. But at the same time, it also meant that you could use some crazy stuff and get away with it a little bit easier than you could nowadays. But anyway, yeah. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Take care.